with this?
Because he's a nerd. And nerds have too much power now, okay? Look at Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. You can't trust these nerds.
Okay, I don't think that's an appropriate term.
What? Or nerds? Because what else do you call a bunch of weirdos who spend all day on computers and don't know how to act around women?
I mean, I call them socially awkward, shy, introverted.
You call them nerds. They're nerds. They're nerds, okay? And nerds used to know their place. Okay, they knew the rules. Don't act weird. Don't make eye contact. Don't bring up Star Trek. Just keep your head down and get a job at NASA or hosting a show on MSNBC, okay? And it worked. Nature was in balance. But at some point, we decided bullying was mean because nerds had feelings. And then we started treating them with respect, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, all right, Ronnie, doesn't everyone deserve respect?
I swear to God, Michael, you sound like a nerd right now, okay? Don't you understand? We gave them too much power. And look what happened. They took over our financial system, and now it's full of crypto. We let them build the tech industry, and now we're all mentally ill from social media. We even shaped our pop culture to cater to them, and we got 20 years of nothing but shitty superhero movies, except for the Asian ones. Those are great.
How did Sam Altman think he'd get away with this?
All right. Funny stuff. Hello, everybody. Teen sensation Billy Tucci here. And you are watching a fantastic show, one of the greatest shows on YouTube of all time, if at any time. And we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. Gonna have a great show tonight for all of you. Great show. So everyone, it is Tuesday, the 19th of November, 2024, and let's do some bros.
What is up?
What's up, bros? And Ursat's bro, Dennis the Viking. Dennis Tripod Rex Turner. How are you, buddy?
Tripod Rex. I am wonderful. Happy Tuesday to everybody.
Good to see you
Dennis
guys.
is like a T-Rex. Instead of having short little stubby arms, he has short little stubby legs. He's the reverse. By the way, Dan Fraga just texted me. His power went out, and he's in the dark.
Is that why he's gone?
Yes, it is. So hopefully he'll.
Is that really why he's
on.
gone, though? Is that really why he's not on right this minute?
You know, Dan's always in the dark. He's always
said something about Aaron and not getting his Kit Carter yet and being a little pissy. I don't know.
He got his early. Earlier than you, Andy.
Well, hey, I read mine, and well, you know what? After that, it sucked. I'll just.
Well, that's okay. You're the first one who said that. So there's got to be one. You know, it's got to be.
No, it was really good. I even chuckled out loud a few times.
I actually guffawed.
Did you?
Yes.
I chortled.
And then I
did a chortle. I did a chortle and a guffaw. One minute together.
That's the best kind.
And then we
all. What about you, Dennis? What reaction did you have?
What's that?
I said, Dennis, what reaction did you have to Kit Carter? We all said ours.
Yeah, Dennis.
I haven't read it yet. Actually, that's what I was going to read after Tulsa King tonight. He was thumbing through it and couldn't find any X-Men in it, so he threw it in the trash. It is. It's in my waste paper basket right here. But hey, your poster's still on my door, so you're good. Thank you. Thank you.
Look at that.
Oh,
a fan. Look at that.
Right.
There's your see, Aaron. There's your fan right there.
Yep.
The one who stayed at your table at all San Diego Comic-Con. Where's the poster? Planet Doom. Look at that poster back there.
Yeah, right back there.
This is Planet Doom.
Yeah. No, I flipped through it as soon as I got it. I just haven't read any of my comics from the last 2 weeks. Haven't had time.
I hear you.
It's time to read comics.
Yep. Hey, we got a $2 super chat. Thank you, Stealth. Hello. Good to see you too. And we got some.
Hey, Dennis, some advice about catching up on your comics is just set them right on the toilet in the bathroom, and that's where I get all my reading done.
That's what you got to do.
I do actually, so I'm good. I'm just that far behind, and I would have, but I didn't even have time to do our own DNA show on Wednesday because some of us were at the Iron Maiden concert and said, "Andy, you're on your own."
Oh, I didn't.
Hey,
do
what
it.
song did
By
they
the way, is that
open
your
up
new
with?
shirt?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's my old one.
What song did they open up with, Dennis?
Oh, it wasn't
Under the
a
Hills.
Trooper this time. They actually played 4 of their songs from their new album, but the most important thing, the one and only time they have ever played Alexander the Great live. So it was worth my price of admission, $300 and whatever dollars, just for that song, because that is the one song I always wanted to hear live, and they had never once performed it until now.
I always like what song they open with and what song they close with, because the closer always has to top the opener.
Yes.
I could tell you. There
Did they have the Spitfire come down for Aces High?
No Aces High in this one. That was last one.
Yeah.
They had the 9-foot tall Eddie. They had a bunch of the songs from Somewhere in Time, and which was all good. Fear the Dark was fantastic. They had it, but I did not buy their new album, so I got to hear 4 songs before it ever hit it, and I know I will be buying the new album now because I enjoyed all 4 of them.
Then they did their job.
They did.
I saw
Look
them.
how lost Aaron is right now.
here
He's
in-
like, Iron who?
Yeah, Iron what?
Maybe.
Iron Butterfly?
Yeah, Iron Butterfly, Inagata Devia. Yeah.
But
Aaron's like, I came here to talk about comic books, not some made up band name.
Yeah.
Wow. You're wounding, Dennis.
Iron Maiden is the musical equivalence of a comic book. Them and Kiss, like there are bands that are definitely like a comic book, and I think Iron Maiden
sucks.
Kiss, definitely. I've never listened to Iron Maiden, but Kiss is definitely a comic book group.
Oh, Iron Maiden's
They are.
great. Bruce Dickinson is how old? And he sounds exactly the same. His voice is phenomenal.
Close to, I think he's about 70, late
Yeah.
60s to 70. He is great. And Kiss, I've seen Kiss the third most of any band behind Iron Maiden's number 1, Def Leppard's number 2, and Kiss's number 3 for me.
How was Def
I
Leppard
saw
live?
Kiss on their very first retirement tour when they were still sort of youngish, old.
Is that when they got the band back together with the?
Yeah,
the
it was
classic
Ace
rock?
and Peter Criss and
back.
yeah.
And Aaron's like, Shelly, we got to go see it. This is their farewell tour.
No, I didn't. She didn't
And
go.
then
She
20
was
years
there.
later, they're still doing
We
farewell.
went with a
Still
bunch of
fair
guys
play
from the
tour.
studio, man. It was like me, Terry Dodson. Let's see, I think Tom Simmons was there. Matt Haley might have been there. There was like, I don't know, who else went? We rocked though. We had a good. It was fun. I mean, it was a show, you know.
Yeah.
They
How
put-
is,
they put on a show,
How's
yeah.
Terry Dodson doing these days?
Don't know.
Oh, no.
We don't talk like we used to, unfortunately.
Don't know.
You don't bring
Something
him.
happened.
You don't bring. He doesn't bring you flowers anymore.
He won't.
Because you're a
bring me
right-wing extremist.
Flowers
anymore.
anymore.
Hey,
we
Joe
can get
Bernardo,
along.
good to see you. Aloha, Joe.
Aloha,
I like the
Joe.
Aloha Joe.
Yeah.
Wolverine likes my beard. I guess mine. Hopefully, yep. Beard's looking wicked, Tooch. Thanks, bro. Did you get a haircut? I don't know if that's me or someone else. I didn't get a haircut. I just wore
It's not
I was
me.
hunting today, so I had a hat
It's
on.
definitely not me.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Art, you might have got a
going off
haircut.
those-
Art, your hair's looking nice
those
and
beautiful.
Yeah, I
locks.
got a haircut.
very good, very good.
I trim my
Cristiano,
pubes, but you can't see those.
Our boy Marcus Killigrew, what's happening? Katie drew she last Saturday on the studio draw stream. Awesome. I drew a bath.
Oh,
Who behave?
Oh,
Sleeping psychopathy. Good to see you. The Green Lacer. Excellent.
psychopathy. It's psychopathy.
What did I say? Did I read it wrong? Psychopathy. Oh, yeah. Oh, I apologize.
Psychopathy.
Psychopathy.
I like
a term I
psychopathy.
thought.
No, it's psychopathy.
We have a Dennis sighting. Yes, Dennis is our ersatz bro. Marcus Kilgore. Good Lord.
Good Lord.
Good Lord.
Joke.
Fritz Schnitzel? Schnitzel, no snorts? What's that mean? Like that? Great. Now we're doing that all day. Great.
Yeah.
Larry Lisk, Kit Carter was awesome, Lopez.
Thank you.
So
we only have 80 copies left to ship out, and only 13 in the U.S. The rest are internationals that are left to do.
Hey, Aaron, I got a Kit Carter commission that I got to get into. Yeah.
Oh, really? Someone?
Yeah.
Oh, you probably do a wonderful. You do good babes.
You should borrow with her torn up space outfit, little sexy.
Come on.
Oh,
You can't. She can't
keep it
survive
clean.
out in space with a torn up outfit.
That's right.
She was
Does it have
not
to
in
be in
space.
space?
It was torn up.
yeah, she could be inside an airlock or something with a gun pointing, or on a planet.
Or
I'm gonna do her in zero space, just kind of floating out all sexy.
Just fucking rip her costume up.
No.
we don't
You
really.
did a
Kit
fantastic
Carter doesn't
thing.
really follow the laws of physics too closely. So
Did you guys like that thing with that guy saying that they're all nerds and stuff?
that was
Yeah,
pretty funny, yeah.
Was that SNL? What was that on?
I think
No.
so. No. Oh, okay.
No, I thought that was Comedy Central.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing none of
Maybe
us are
not.
nerds because then that would be
Right.
bad.
Right.
It's nerds.
Yeah, we're not nerds, we're geeks. So get it straight.
Right. It did take me back to Revenge of the Nerds. Great movie.
Nerds.
That's
No,
Well, I got another one to share, which is really funny. Since the election, every comic book person that isn't speaking like that they're dying on social media,
Mhm.
they all voted for Trump, and they all send me stuff.
Well, that's because all the other ones are on Blue Sky now.
Yeah, they're on. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're like, and the one
Blue Sky.
the libs of TikTok got thrown off for spouting facts, and there was 27,000 likes.
Oh, no
They
way.
they just said a fact, and they got thrown off.
Wow.
Yeah, Blue Sky's the new social media app where everybody that was on Twitter is like, oh, Elon Musk is bad now. I'm going to Blue Sky. And they post the screen grab of their Blue Sky account name and all that crap. And it's because Twitter's too toxic now. And it's like,
Yeah.
Twitter was really toxic before. Now
Yeah,
people
yeah,
can
and
actually talk back to you morons. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I got to get out of here.
They're just pissed
They
off
don't like
because
that
they
you
lost
call them out on their
control.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So you could say, like, that's not true. And like, oh my God, it's toxic, Anyway, I'm going to share. This is pretty funny. Watch this. This is something that was on Blue Sky. Interesting. Hillary Clinton just posted this on Blue Sky. So let's share it. Hang
Well,
on.
Hillary posted it.
Yep. Pretty crazy. Let's take this off.
Oh, boy.
Your husband flies to Epstein Island 27 times. Then they arrest Jeffrey Epstein, and then you kill him. Just like that. You bribe the guards, you turn off the cameras, and then you choke him to death. Will you be choking Puff Daddy this time around?
Right.
So how are you planning on doing
Well,
it?
I wanted to choke him at night and make it look like a suicide, just like Jeffrey Epstein. But then I realized, so, maybe he slips on the shower. Maybe he chokes with a piece of fried chicken. I still haven't decided yet.
Don't you just love AI?
I know.
Dude,
Terrifying.
did you see the Kamala one after she lost? They did?
No, if you want to find it, let's
Oh,
watch.
all right, I'll
it.
try and
Let's
find
watch
it.
this stuff. This is fun stuff, man. I got something else. Let's see what this one. If this is it, let's see if this one is. What the hell is this?
Let's see.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, so guys, today we're supposed to be talking about public domain characters. I really got into it for the past 2 years. God bless you, Aaron.
I held it back.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Because
Never hold it back. It's bad for you.
Okay.
with my new she campaign, which just launched Friday night, She Gatecrasher, Anna gets trapped into comic book time, and she's going to come across a bunch of public domain characters. So I wanted to do a lot of, so JC Vaughn, who's the writer, our friend JC, we've been, really doing this for about a year and a half now, and find some fascinating things with the laws. And there's a great, great website, and I'd love to hear what you guys' opinions are on this. And let me share the website and I want to thank these people. I'm going to give them actually a shout out. Where is it?
You have to explain how that public domain thing works as well.
Right.
That's
It's
why we're
very,
here.
it's very
Yeah.
confusing and layered.
Yes,
it is. It really is. So, and there's a bunch of, so basically what it is you can have, you'll have publications as they say here on this really cool website, public domain superheroes fandom, I guess. Right. And there's a bunch of characters. We'll go through a bunch of characters and all, but they say after Action Comics #1 came out after Action Comics #1 gave the world Superman in 1938, there was an explosion of costumed heroes in comics. New publishers and characters sprang up everywhere. After World War II, these characters fell out of favor with readers and caused many publishers to go out of business. Those comics and their stars have since entered the public domain, enabling anyone to use those characters and classic stories any way they wish. Over the years, many publishers have taken advantage of this, and so can you.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Very
right now,
inviting.
so basically what it is that these companies come in and, you know, like, and even things like Miss Fury, that June Tarpe Mills, she wasn't a business person at all. And she stopped publishing in Miss Fury. I guess Marvel might've published it in 49, I think it was, but she never renewed the trademark. So it went into the public domain because unless you continually publish, or fill out legal stuff, you know, legal paperwork to extend it, etc., your characters can slip in the public domain, and especially when the longest that they can last, like Disney did with Mickey Mouse, is 93 years. So that's why 93 years after Action Comics #1 came out, and someone could do the math. That's when Superman from that issue from Action Comics #1 will go into the public domain. Everything used in that issue.
Right.
And then the
So
next
that's
month,
2031.
2031, Superman from Action Comics #1 and all those characters therein will be in the public domain.
But the problem is the trademark is different than the copyright, and you can't use the Superman title.
You cannot,
No.
but you can use the word Superman
In the comic, but you can't use it as on
The
the cover.
title of the book.
You can, but you can't use the logo.
Are you sure about that?
I think that's what I think. You can just use the logo.
You can probably split it or hyphenate it, and
yeah,
I would think.
you can call it Siegel and Schuster's Superman and change the title.
Mm.
Well, it's like Mickey Mouse, right? Because
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse went public. You can't use Mickey Mouse, but you can use Steamboat Mickey,
Yes, Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
Yep, you could use Plain Crazy. So maybe you're right. Maybe you can't use the word Superman per se, but you could at least have, you can call it the Man of Tomorrow. Something interesting like that. Able
But
to
does
lead
that give you the right to? I mean, we're talking about not just reprint the story, but to create new content using those characters that look that way in that issue.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
And
But
you can use, like Billy said, whatever he does, whatever characters are in Action Comics 1, whatever powers he has, you can use. So, and then you could probably you could go on to create new stories, but
why is there?
You just can't expand on unless you make it new.
you could expand upon it. You could just make, you could have your own Krypton.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You have
you
have to make it your own stuff if you
Right.
expand upon it. Yeah.
Which is probably what you would want to
Yeah,
do
look at that.
anyway,
Graham Nolan,
because
who's
by
got
changing
babysitting.
it, by changing it, you're also making it your own. So then you can copyright it. Isn't that what Disney does? Like that's why Disney takes these things like public domain stuff and then they Disneyize it because then like it's their version of Alice in Wonderland or whatever.
Right.
It's not Alice in Wonderland, it's Disney's Alice.
Because think of Hercules, Mulan. Those were all public domain, and they just took them and changed them and made them theirs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
Right.
you can use Tinkerbell, but she can't look like Disney's Tinkerbell.
Exactly.
Just like and then again, you could use like so you can't use Superman, but Graham Nolan, who's babysitting tonight, What a great title right there. Look up in the sky. Look, or just up in the sky, you could call it. And you can use that character and call him Superman in the comic. Because DC Comics is still around.
Isn't there some hangups though with, for example, John Carter of Mars and Doc Savage, where those things are public domain, but they're not really public domain?
Yeah, Europe has a different law. So the laws they're different in I think they get an extension in Europe or something like that. So the characters are free to publish here, but not in Europe. But if you look at, you look at Miss Fury right here, which was created by June Tarpe Mills. And she, if we go, let's see here, talk about it. Talks about her being a wealthy socialite, powers and abilities, etc., etc., etc. Why am I freezing up here a little bit?
Well, okay, I want to do a story with Gulliver of Mars, so I can just go and just do Gulliver of Mars. And somebody's got, but see, people come in and they re-up, like the estates and stuff, re-up the copyright or the trademark on these characters. And so it gets to be a difficult proposition. It's not as easy as they make it sound. Now, some of these characters like Daredevil, no one ever claimed and no one cares about. Black Terror, you can just use it. No one's got it, but
right.
It's like Conan. Conan should be in public domain based on when those pulps were originally written. But there's a Conan estate that owns that stuff, and you can't just publish your own Conan story.
I also wonder if there's, you can sue and you can get people in trouble for like confusion in the marketplace. So even though like you might use Steamboat Willie, it's still there's a Disney Steamboat Willie. So could Disney sue just for confusion in the marketplace?
Well, I was told a long time ago, and it's proven to be true throughout the years, that it doesn't matter if you own the copyright or not. It only matters who has the most money, because they will sue you even if they don't have a case and they have the money to outlast you and run you into the ground. And basically DC did that to Fawcett. They continued to sue and sue and sue over Captain Marvel until the sales on Captain Marvel were down enough that they said it's just not worth this continuous, even though DC did not have a case, but they continued to sue and they had more money and outlasted Fawcett, and then eventually bought up Captain Marvel and changed him to Shazam.
Yeah. So that's probably why you don't see it more often with those high profile characters, is because, there's deep pockets and they're going to control their interests, and you can't compete against it, even though you might have a legal leg up, but you're not going to be able to get anywhere with it.
Right. But what that ties in with, this ties in very well with I did a superhero one and then not so superhero one, but the superhero one was actually one that I had read and I realized he was in it. And I've actually got Captain Atom as it, but it's got a whole history, because you're like, wait, Captain Atom. Billy, if you pop up the Captain Atom that I put there.
I sure will, buddy. I sure will. Hang on.
By the way, while you're doing that, my next book is going to be called Kit Cotter, and it's a black woman with a big fro that fits and fills up her circular space helmet. And the title of the first story is going to be Welcome Back, Cotter.
Oh, excellent. Wow. Will she have? Will there be any kind of torn costume or anything like that?
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, all the time. And she has a pet chimpanzee.
It looks like Phil Diaz.
And his
no. It's not a monkey.
This book's more grounded in reality. The chimp doesn't talk or anything. It just runs around. Or maybe no, she's going to have one of those pet tiny little monkeys that can fit on her shoulder,
with the tin cup.
Yeah.
Tossing fecal matter around the spaceship.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Aaron, let me know if you want to do a team up with Kit Carter.
Well, you should talk to Jimmy Reyes. He might want to draw that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I think he's already doing it.
He's already doing it.
He's already scooped it.
So what's the point with this? Because DC owns Captain Atom, I thought.
Aha! That's where you would think, and you would be wrong.
It's in public domain, though.
It is, but this version of Captain Atom, so there's a lot to the story. So if you look, Captain Alan Atom of the U.S. Air Force, who was caught in the atomic accident, which destroyed his body, but not his mind. Public domain appearances, Space Adventures 33 to 40, 42, Captain Atom 78 to 89, and Strange Suspense Stories, which were the reprints, 75 through 77. He is public domain. Now, here's the interesting thing. DC bought up the other companies, but the characters were public domain before DC bought them. Much of the Fawcett, Quality, and even Charlton characters like Captain Atom, Question, Blue Beetle are public domain. The Charlton characters became public domain because Charlton failed to put proper copyright notices in the titles, so they became public domain upon release.
Put that in your hat and smoke it. Put that.
Oh
in
my
your
gosh!
hat.
Here's the thing: you can use that version. I'm assuming visually you can use that version and the gold costume because that was Charlton, but DC created the whole just silver look with the red on his chest. So you probably can't use that visual, but these visuals you can use then.
Any look in these comic books right there, are open game. They're a public domain. Nothing else.
Oh my God, I love those designs. That makes me want to do a.
What about the name?
But then you don't have to use. So like in our Gatecrasher book in our Indiegogo, we have some of the characters that we show. But like when we mention Miss Fury, we just say, what did I say here? How do I describe it? I said Lady Death, she and Tart Mills showcase the greatest bad girls cover of all time. So I'm not saying,
there you go.
I'm not using that name anywhere.
Hey, I want to bring up something real quick. Dennis, the Blue Beetle is in that book.
Yes, the Blue Beetle.
So does that mean that you also get the Blue Beetle as a bonus?
That version of it, because it was in there, that Blue Beetle, here were the characters that were. Characters like Captain Atom, Question, Blue Beetle are public domain. So you'd have to look up which ones, because there was a limited amount of time from this point to this point that they didn't properly put the domain filings in. So those are open game. Once they did, you can't do anything after or before.
So now you know why, like DC changed the Blue Beetle origin, suit, everything because of that. Yeah.
Here's a specific example. I did this comic book price guide cover for the big edition, which is for people with that can't read, small type like me. So, but anyway, so I did the cover, and I said, well, and JC Vaughn's like, we got to use some public domain characters, so we have less hassle to deal with, getting permission and all that kind of stuff. So I came up with Phantom Lady. And as it turns out, this version of Phantom Lady, which is the 1940s version of Phantom Lady, is in public domain. DC, of course, bought the character or whatever, but they created one with a yellow costume and a visor and all that kind of stuff. And that is their Phantom Lady that they own the copyright on, but this one can be used.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Disney thing where they use they use an existing fairy tale or whatever, and then they just brand it with the Disney thing. So then all of a sudden Frozen is theirs versus
right. I could do an Alice in Wonderland comic. I just couldn't make it look anything like what Disney did.
Or use any of those ideas or any
and if you notice, there's no Phantom Lady logo here on the cover. So again, that's the trademark that becomes that I don't fully grasp. I know some people are posting stuff. Oh, check this out, read this. I probably won't, but in terms of getting caught up on this stuff, because I don't have any plans actually to use a trademark character or a copyright character or a public domain character. But you can trademark a title logo and save that trademark. So can you use this Phantom Lady, but you can't you can publish a comic called Phantom Lady with Phantom Lady on the cover, could you? The image would be copyright free, but that logo, that
right,
trademark
you'd
of
have
that
to come
name
up with
would
a
be-
you'd have to do a different name.
Different
The
type.
Lady
You could
Phantom.
come up. You could call it Aaron Lopresti's Phantom Lady.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
You can
Billy,
do,
I got.
You
And I'll bet
do
they sue me
Shelley,
anyway.
AKA Phantom Lady. What?
I bet they would
Oh.
sue me anyway. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
what could I do?
Well, that'd be
Yeah.
DC. That's why if you're gonna use Phantom Lady, just use her. Don't do her
Hey,
title.
Kevin Ryan, he's really good with this stuff. He said DC did not, but the character of Phantom Lady, they bought the trademarks, and so they also bought the trademarks.
Okay. I have an article. I don't know. I haven't really read it, but it's how to get around these trademarks.
Yeah, it says you cannot use trademarks to override public domain. Billy's got
I
it.
have an article
Right.
here. Click on it. Click
Yeah,
on
you
it,
cannot.
Billy.
Yes. So, I'm sorry. You got something to share, Art?
Yeah. It's there.
Okay.
Just click on it.
Yeah, and Kevin is right. Any character from Police Comics #1, including Plastic Man, Human Bomb, Phantom Lady, are all public domain.
But again,
You don't
using
wanna
those
give-
characters and then putting out a book is two different things with
Yeah.
that Plastic Man title. Because I guarantee you, DC is not going to let you do that without suing your butt. And then even if they're wrong, they've got more money than I do, so they win.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
the harsh reality of all
A
of
lot
this.
of people have. A lot of smaller publishers have published Phantom Lady. They have
Yeah.
used. They have published Miss Fury in the past. They have published Phantom Lady.
Yeah.
They have done that in the 80s, and the 90s.
Are we talking about
etc.
reprints or are we talking about new
No,
material?
no, new versions. I'll find one. But what does
Okay.
this say? Art, take over.
This is Zorro's my pick for public domain, and it's how to get around the trademark being held by a litigious corporation. So Zorro exists in public domain. The detail is fact in the United States. However, the corporation claims to own the trademark on Zorro. The European Union found their claim and policing illegal and trademark, or was that illegal trademark with dissolved in Europe and the United States, has not had similar litigation given how it went with Happy Birthday. I don't know. The same would happen, but do not have the money to defend yourself in court of manner. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, like, if you have the money, then you might have the right of way, but if you don't have the money, then you're really not going to stand a chance against these bigger corporations. Legally, I feel I am in the right to use the character Zorro as he is public domain. However, the trademark holder is a known patent troll. If you would, however, trademark law does not technically matter as long as the title is not used to my knowledge. So that's also what we're talking about, like the title on the cover, like if you use Zorro or Phantom Lady or whatever it is.
Or even Conan. People have done Conan, but they've called him, like, what was it that someone just did recently?
The
Cimmerian, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it says, as such, it is legal if the story is titles The Masked Swordsman or something to that effect, but features Zorro. Would that avoid any possible trademark shenanigans? Or would remaining Zorro to Zolo do the same? Similar questions in regards to Tarzan, as the situation is the same. Yeah, it's pretty much what we talked about, but we're seeing it in print, so it seems more legit.
Well, the big question then is if you can't get away with using the title, right, without getting sued, which is more than likely going to be the case, whether it's legit or not, you're going to get sued. So if you say the masked, what was it, the masked swordsman?
Yeah, the masked swordsman.
At that point, just create your own character.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, and just call him Don Diego de la Vega.
No, Don DeLuise. Dom DeLuise. No, I mean, but that's the thing, right? People respond to the trademark. If you're not using the trademark, then it's really, in most people's minds, that's not the character anyway. So you might as well just make up your own character. If I wanted to do a John Carter of Mars story, I can't call it John Carter of Mars, but I can come up with something very similar and call it something else. And it's basically the same thing as taking John Carter and Deja Thorse, but using a different name.
Right.
Right,
And
so
the
you
other way,
don't
if you create something based on that, then you will own it. You know what I mean? So there's a
True.
win-win there as well.
Yeah, so you got to use it. You got to like what we're doing with Gatecrasher is that they have cameos, and we're doing like
Right.
what Kevin is mentioning, their physical appearances. But you could throw one of them. You could have Aaron, if you want to have a Kit Carter. Say your next Kit Carter, and she comes across this character. You could find this really cool Golden Age character and just use that character, and refer to that character as that, I don't know, Spy Buster or whatever, I don't know, Star Slayer or whatever.
Well, in the comic, right? But you
In the
couldn't
comic.
sell it on the
Well, you can put the character on the cover, though. You can put the character on.
You can't.
But not the
I'm talking
title,
about
not
the
the
logo,
character's
the name of
name.
the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
yeah.
it, I mean, you can use Daredevil. Well, actually, you probably can't, can you? Because of Marvel's copyright on Daredevil, you probably couldn't use the Golden Age Daredevil title, right?
Well,
Or
it's
you
the
use
same
his
with
name, like,
Thor.
what's his name,
You-
Lev
you- I
something?
don't think you can use Thor either. because
No,
of
you
Marvel.
can
No.
use Thor. You just
You
can't
can
use
use
the
Oh, you
minor
can.
Thor.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rob
okay.
Liefeld used Thor. He created a character and used it on the cover.
Yeah, Simonson's doing it right now. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he's not calling it Thor. He's calling it
Well,
Ragnarok.
yeah.
But
Ragnarok.
You know what else is interesting? Not necessarily public domain, but just like ownership of these things can be very confusing. I pitched a Green Hornet series to DC years ago, and they greenlit it based on the pitch and everything. But they abandoned it later when they couldn't really clearly figure out who owned the rights. So there were two parties that were contesting it, and DC it wasn't worth it for them. So they just washed their hands and walked away. And I also heard the reason the movies took so long is because there was contention on ownership of the Green Hornet as well. So sometimes like there can be those problems that arise with these older IPs.
Well, the perfect case study is what Dynamite does, because Dynamite does this all the time. And people are pointing it out in the chat that when they published the Daredevil comic, but they couldn't call it Daredevil, obviously because of Marvel's Daredevil. So they had to call it, what they say, the Death-Defying Devil or something like that. Death-Defying Devil.
Yeah.
But they used the Golden Age
Well,
Daredevil.
that's what all this. Well, I mean, when they did Project Superpowers, all those characters were public domain.
Right.
Yeah. My favorite one is, Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil was a Captain Action villain, right, in the 60s.
Mhm.
And so then years go by, nothing really happens with the character. And then all of a sudden, Austin Powers creates a villain called Dr. Evil. And they got the copyright and trademark. So when the toy company wanted to do Dr. Evil again after all those years, they couldn't call him Dr. Evil. They had to call him something else because the character was already, I guess you can re-copyright over years, and then you can stake your claim to it that way.
Well, one of the funniest things I remember seeing was Hulk Hogan. That the WWE or WWF, whatever they were at the time, had to pay Marvel licensing rights for Hulk Hogan to use Hulk in his name.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
So.
Huh. Well, what about like Captain Nemo? Think of that. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and that's public domain. But then you saw Leagues of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and they're in a whole bunch of other ones.
But again, they stayed very different than Disney. Like as Art was saying, the Nautilus is one of the greatest machines in film history. I think Nemo's ship.
Right,
you can't use that. You could the way it was described. You can use that. Is that Stevenson? Who did he write that? Robert Louis Stevenson?
No, it's Jules Verne's.
Jules Verne. Yeah,
Jules Verne.
Yeah. I don't even know why.
Look at the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Captain Nemo had a what do you call it?
Turban.
Yeah, like the Arab. He was an Arab character in the book, and so he had a completely different look than, say, James Mason in the Disney version.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I believe all those characters were public domain.
Yeah,
so,
they are.
Yeah.
But you still can't. But again, you can't publish Dracula I mean, Dracula is public domain, but you can't do like a Dracula movie without paying Stoker's
Universal.
estate, I would imagine.
I don't think so. I don't.
Really?
I don't think so. My buddy, I don't think so. I think Dracula is strictly in the public domain, as is Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Yep. I mean, the book was written in 1893.
You know,
Yeah.
Bram Stoker's wife sued the German company that made Nosferatu because I mean that was actually not that. Was like 20 years after he wrote Dracula or less when they made that
Pretty
movie.
much, yeah. It might have been 1897
Wow.
he wrote Dracula. Someone will find out when he wrote.
Yeah.
Eros would be disappointed in you.
Well, how do we feel about that whole public domain? Do you think it should stay in your family lineage in perpetuity, like she? Like, do you think that should just be handed down forever?
I would like it to be, but
family?
unfortunately, that's not the law. And there's only so much you could look at. Disney literally lost the likenesses to Mickey Mouse circa 1928.
Well, I
As
do
long as you
agree
use
with what
Mickey and Minnie that looked like that.
I do agree with what Art is saying because I don't really understand this law. If someone created something, why couldn't their family hang on to the ownership of it till, you know, why should
you say family, but
public
technically
domain 75 years or whatever?
It's the estate that would have the rights to it.
Well,
Right.
you know, well, I thought there was a Burroughs estate, but yet, you know, most of Burroughs stuff is all public domain. You know, I thought that, you know, because there is like a legit business, right? It's the Burroughs estate.
Yeah, you gotta get, you know, you can't like I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chap, but I think they sued Dynamite for doing their Deja Forest comic. And I don't
Really?
and I think or threatened to. And then I think I don't know if it was actually a legal battle, if there was just sort of a conversation, okay, we'll change it to do this kind of thing. And again, it's not a matter of do they technically have the right, but
It's
do
the
they
money.
have
It's
the
the
money
power.
and the power to
Yeah.
enforce it.
Yeah, definitely.
Very interesting.
And I heard
very
it,
interesting.
entertainment, as far as entertainment, I heard Disney has the best lawyers, hands down. So if you're going to go against them, you're going to lose for sure.
That's how they kept Mickey Mouse for so long, because they fought it every time it would come up. They fought it and they won for reasons.
But it's almost like Mickey Mouse is so small now for Disney Corporation. It's not worth them fighting over him anymore for that. It's not worth them to go after these smaller people or creators or whatever they are, filmmakers and stuff, to use that because they've got Star Wars. They've got, what else are they Disney owned?
Well,
That's
an excellent
the
point.
money.
You can't get blood out of a turnip, right? So you can threaten somebody, but you go ahead, sue me. Here's the $100 I have in my bank account. Hooray for you. You know what I mean?
But also, if you think about Disney, what they did is they licensed the shit out of all that stuff before they lost the rights. They knew that the time was coming up.
Yeah.
And in the parks and all that stuff, they had like, you know, Steamboat Willie, you know, merch all over the place. And that Mortimer, whatever, that bunny or whatever, you know, they got all that stuff, and they were just licensing the hell out of that because it was kind of like their last hurrah. You know, they knew that they were gonna lose it, so they made hay while the sun shines.
Now, Kevin Ryan points out, he says Paramount won against Doyle over Moriarty, who claimed trademark. The interesting thing about that, and I don't know the details, but you've got two companies. Who's got more money?
Right.
Paramount does. And even if Doyle has money, they go to, if you have enough money to go fight it out, the right team is going to win, because eventually you're going to get high enough in the courts and it's going to get settled. The question is, do you have enough money to stay with it to get to that point?
Exactly.
Right. Is it worth it?
So so if Paramount were suing Disney, they would go head to head, and whoever actually had the legal right would eventually win. But it's us little guys who are publishing something, and then Disney comes and just grinds their heel on the back of our neck until we're out of cash and they win.
Right.
Yeah, because legally, if two companies like that go head to head, then that's like leveling the playing field.
Right.
But if it's like you said, one of us, then there's not a chance in hell that you're going to get anywhere with it.
But you know, that's why you just change it. When you got Deathstroke, We can make a better Deathstroke. We'll call him Deadpool. He's worth more. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
Exactly. You get to own them.
Yep. And everyone knows, and I really don't feel bad for about this, that Paramount winning, because everyone knows that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was Jack the Ripper. So next, let's move on to this now.
Well, wait a minute. Where was
can't
that?
prove that.
Dynamite. If you saw this, Aaron, hang on.
They did that.
Dynamite published.
That's how they got around it.
Tarzan.
Yeah.
And again, Tarzan, again, public domain, call it Lord of the Jungle. It works. And just like it's an indisputable fact that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was Jack the Ripper, we move on to the next thing.
Okay, but here's my point with Dynamite. It's like you do something called Lord of the Jungle and it's Tarzan, but it's not Tarzan because you're not calling it Tarzan. So why don't you just make up your own thing and it doesn't have to? Why don't you just come up with Khazar? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's just packaged a little differently, and then you don't have to worry about.
Khazar has blonde hair and a saber tooth. Not the same thing.
Totally different.
Close.
And his wife's hotter.
Very close.
Hey, Billy, share my screen. Let's watch this real quick, and then let's get on with this show. I got stuff I want to share.
Where's
Fraga?
The show
is the show, Andy.
Oh, you're right. Okay, this is hilarious. Let me know if you can hear it.
My fellow Americans, we all knew this day was coming, as difficult as it is to accept that I'm one of the most unpopular candidates in history. Even with the entire mainstream media machine backing me and working to get me elected, it appears I have lost the race. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Fox, and everyone else that wasn't on Team Joy. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. You motherfuckers just can't stand to see a strong Black and occasionally Indian woman succeed. Did I get 15 million less votes than that retard Joe Biden in 2020? And pardon my language, but everyone knows under a second Trump term, we're allowed to say retarded again. So get off my balls. But seriously, how the fuck did Joe get 15 million more votes than me? I'm starting to think maybe we did steal that election in 2020. No way his dusty ass did that much better than me. Shit, I barely got more votes than Hillary Clinton. And we've imported 50 million illegals since 2016. And you know they're all voting for me. As for what's next for me, I'm still in charge of this country until January 20th. You heard that right? Joe doesn't know where the fuck he is half the time. So plan on an action-packed next couple of months. Might even fuck around and invade Canada. Finally, thanks for fucking nothing, America. You made Rachel Maddow and Van Jones cry again. I hope you're all very happy with yourselves.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
God bless.
That is
It's
just
so
insane.
Yeah.
God, well done. I love it. Love it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. There
Look
you
at
go.
that. Like, how do you not
That is
sell
what,
books with
that's,
that
what we call a classic headlights cover.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's Matt Baker, isn't it?
It is Matt Baker, 1947. Yep.
Booyah.
So you could do
use that one,
could
yeah.
do homage to this. What's that?
Why would you not want to use that one?
I know, right?
It's perfect.
It's far superior to the green one with the stupid mask, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a.
Andy,
I mean
you got some
that
else to
covers
share, Andy,
classic.
or that's gone now?
What's
Andy,
that?
you have something to share? Something else?
Yeah, you can pull up. So this is the first character, Pat Patriot, real name Patricia Patrios. Her powers and abilities are capable in hand-to-hand combat.
Capable.
First appeared in this book, Daredevil #2. Yeah. So I like the patriotic characters. I never heard of this chick before. I was doing a little research before the show.
Look at that saucy picture of her. Is she like in a nurse's outfit there on the
I know. Look at that.
left-hand side right there? That kind of just standing in front of the desk and shooting her hip out, and
she's handy capable across the board, apparently.
There you go, buddy.
You can see the seams in her stockings there and everything.
Yes.
This art, I gotta say, this art's not bad. I couldn't read the dude's signature on the first page, but
That's a great face. That bottom panel, that's a great face. And,
Well,
and the
yeah.
way they do it too.
look at that low angle shot. That's nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Really good art.
Yeah.
like I said, I couldn't read the signature, but it is cool. So yeah, this is she's public domain, and I'm like, well.
You know, that skirt is almost as iconic as Captain America.
Yeah,
like,
why didn't
right?
I could see you merchandising that that flag skirt. That's pretty cool.
Well, which came first? Wasn't it her?
Well, this is from Daredevil #2. I don't know what year that was, but
Daredevil was 40 or 41.
Well, Cap is 41. Cap is what?
Cap's
March
41.
or April.
So maybe one of the two of them got gender swap back then. And
oh boy, yeah.
So this says the artist's name, Chuck, and I think it's Woodrow, Woodro. It's kind of hard to see, but Chuck I can make out.
Did Pat Patriot get shot with like a super soldier serum?
Yeah, what happened to her? Did she get it in the face?
Hey, you guys, she
doesn't have any superpowers. Here, let's see. I'm actually reading from I'm reading from a book here that a buddy of mine did that is like a Marvel's Who's Who book. He did 6 issues of Golden Age characters, and then that's where I was reading from.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's they're all Golden Age public domain characters.
Hey, you know what? Anybody out there got an idea for a crowdfund? Do like a who's who for public domain,
like that one,
like this.
Or wait a minute. Well,
yeah,
there's no cool characters in there.
Just like that, but change the
This was
name.
crowdfunded. He crowdfunded this.
Yeah, but there's no Zorro in there or Tarzan or anything. Cool.
Well, he only did 6 issues, but no, Zorro and Tarzan aren't. But
yeah,
how do you do with is it his art or is it all the original art?
No. Here, you can full screen me. He used the guy whose name is Chris Malgrain, who is a John Byrne clone. He really, which he does a decent job.
That's what I was laughing at.
Yes. And together they had Bucky.
Oh my god.
That's right. So, but then the little panels below are pulled from the actual comics.
The Puppeteer. There's no
That's
strings
really cool.
on that guy.
I love that.
Good old Power Nelson.
Who did that book?
Yeah, that's why I was asking about being a wrench, because then I could post the link where you can buy if people want to buy these books, they could.
Did
So
Niall
there's
make you a
6
wrench?
issues
Are you a
of
wrench
that?
yet? I had asked Niall to do it.
I'll have to check and see if I am.
Andy, let me see the cover. Let me see the cover again.
The cover for this one
Heroes
is
of the
Okay, so
Golden
it doesn't
Age
say
reference
public
guide.
domain though. It just says Heroes of the Golden Age.
Right.
But
It's
wait.
not necessarily public domain characters.
But wait,
Yeah.
there's more.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
There it is. Hey, you know,
Yeah,
Rosie the
that's issue
Riveter.
1.
I just saw the back of that. Rosie the Riveter is now public domain. I didn't know she was copywritten.
I don't think
all right.
I didn't
I'll
know
see
she was
if
either.
you can take me down from.
Well, she was
full
part of
screen.
an ad campaign, so I'm sure she was at one point copyright.
Am I
Yeah.
lagging here at all, guys?
Are
no.
you lacking? You're lacking in a lot, Billy. What are
I
you
know
talking-
I'm lacking in a lot.
Billy's a
No,
lackey
it all
now.
started
So
with
that
me
was
being
mine.
vertically
Let's see.
challenged. I
Let's
feel
see
like
if I'm
I'm
a
breaking
wrench.
up a little bit, like Steve Austin at the beginning of $6 Million Man.
You can rebuild him.
Yep. So okay.
Make
So
it
what about
better.
you, Dennis Turner? Did you find any obscure or interesting public domain characters that
Well,
tickled
you know,
your
I was the first one. It was Captain Atom. However, I found one that is something that I've always wanted, and I will pop that up here. Give me 1 second. It's another one that's already out doing it, and yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Dennis. Sorry. I'm sorry. Here we go. Try to share one thing and share the other instead. Oh,
See
what is
it?
this? This is interesting.
Oh, that's right. They
Winnie
lost.
the Pooh. And I always said I wanted to do something fun. And
I apologize for Dennis, everyone.
Andy picks on me relentlessly for these.
Dennis
but,
is bringing the estrogen to the show. So
And they
if
just made a
you
horror
guys
film.
did not read Winnie the Pooh as a kid, there's something wrong with you.
Dennis,
I
you
watched the
really
horror
should get a
film.
piglet tattoo on your calf.
I don't do tattoos, but that's nice, Billy. But no, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is public domain, all of them, the 100 acres. And so just to show you, it's already, you can full screen it, Billy.
Okay, hang on.
Yep.
Is that the Marat Michaels stuff?
So Antarctic Press already put out Winnie the Pooh Demon Hunter. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4 just came out. So I haven't read, I haven't finished this out. They also have the Winnie the Pooh horror movies that are out there right now. But yeah, guys, look what you can do with Winnie the Pooh. What happens is poor Christopher Robin is sitting in the 100 acres woods, and demons come. So who's going to protect poor Christopher Robin? Winnie the Pooh and his demon hunter buddies. Just saying, this is the cool shit that you can do when something goes public domain. There we go. I'm good.
And get away with it.
Right? It's fun. It is truly fun stuff. So like I said, you guys got to be able to like Winnie the Pooh. But any of those type of characters, you can do whatever you want with it. Like I said, they have the Winnie the Pooh, the horror movies, and there's blood and beheadings and stuff. It's just cool. You can do that with anything. It's fun.
I just want to say hello to the 342 people watching us right now. Thank you. If you guys are on YouTube, please hit the like button, smash the like button, and hit to subscribe, the Pop XP. And thank you for that. I got some super chats if I could read them, fellas.
Sure.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Randy Howe for $2 Canadian. Thank you. Cordreth t-shirt is pure Molly Hatchet.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
It
it
is.
The great Nicholas Gear, everyone. Howdy, folks. I'm a big fan of public domain characters. Captain Battle is in the Relentless Tin Soldier. And I revived Kid
Captain
Fury.
Battle's cool.
Yeah, Captain Battle. He's the one with the eye patch, right? Yeah.
Let me see.
That's
Yeah,
Nick Fury.
and I revived Kid Fury for his own title. Excellent. Well done, buddy. Let's keep these characters alive.
I did an adult version of that called Man Fury. So it was based on Kid Fury, but it was when he grew up.
Oh,
Tween Fury.
I tell you, we try to keep the show clean, then Aaron dropped
try
stuff
to
like
keep
that.
it clean. It is interesting because when we were showing other characters at the time, Aaron was saying what a big fan he is of Man Thing.
Well, that's everybody knows that. That is common knowledge.
But one specific Man Thing, the giant size.
The giant. Well, there's nothing better than the giant size Man Thing.
Giant size.
Aaron, do you have any of these characters that tickle your fancy at all?
I do. We've already talked about him, but he's my favorite.
He is. Yes, this is
He's
very
my favorite.
This is a great graphic too.
But is the claw racist? Is that a depiction of a Japanese
demon?
Yeah.
Wow. No. Holy crap, Aaron. Why would you think it's Chinese, obviously?
No, at World War II, it's got to be Japanese, right?
Wow, it's got to be, huh?
No, actually, it would be Chinese, though, wouldn't it? Who was...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Japan did walk into China and go...
Yeah, Fu Manchu was Chinese, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You know, that's what I thought was cool about Shang-Chi, that his dad was Fu Manchu. I thought that was pretty clever. I like that. I think they changed it, though, because...
Oh, Kevin Ryan, please. Oh, my Lord.
Dennis, what's that say?
Aaron, can you say it, Aaron?
No, I will not say that.
No. Can you disavow that?
I disavow that. that.
So I want to read this story just to see how Daredevil beats this Japanese or Chinese demon with just a what is that weapon?
That's a boomerang.
Boomerang,
right?
Yeah, with a boomerang.
From Australia.
Well, now you know the first issue of Daredevil, he fights Hitler, and has that famous photograph of Hitler's face like this, and
yeah. And it really is like a real picture of Hitler.
Yeah, it's an actual picture of Hitler they put on the cover.
And they photo.
Yeah.
I do love how these comic book characters went to war with the Third Reich.
Yeah.
And the Empire of Japan far before the United States did.
Well, a lot of the creators were Jewish, right? So they were pissed off. They knew what was going on.
Well, wasn't there a thing like with Jack Kirby that can you imagine if Jack Kirby got captured by the Germans? Because think about it, Jack Kirby was drawing comics before the war, was he not? Wasn't he? Anti-Nazi comics, America. So they would have tortured the shit out of him. I think
either that or they would have had him draw comics for them. So we would have got a whole slew of Nazi comics drawn by Jack Kirby.
Wow.
Captain Nazi punching out the president.
So, Aaron, what year was this one?
41.
41. Okay.
19th. And what is up now? Again, we can all talk about it, but what is up with that belt? That spike belt?
You don't want to give that guy a hug.
Yeah.
So dumb.
That's why he has it. He has whatever that affliction is where you don't like to be touched. He has that. So he wears that belt.
That's
right. Just don't touch him around the waist.
It's called personal space or safe space.
That's what you can call him now. You can call him personal spaceman or something.
Yeah.
That's right.
What were the name of the characters, Aaron, on Star Trek that were split?
Oh, you talking about the
Gorshin character?
Or the guy that was half white and half black?
Yeah.
I can't remember what their designated alien name was.
Isn't that Barack Obama?
Yeah. Oh God. Maybe Graham Nolan could tell us who that was. What are the name of the characters Frank Gorshin was one of them where they were half black and half white?
God. Come on, Dennis. You don't know that?
Again, it's the name. I don't know. I'm sure it's mentioned once in the episode, but yes, the Riddler was black and white, and the other guy was white and black. They were opposite. It's like Dr. Seuss. You either have the star or you don't.
Right. Or you have.
This is an audition to go on the Wednesday show with Graham, that Trek show he does. And you're really fucking it up, Dennis.
Yeah, you really blew it. Graham was actually.
Well, if Aaron doesn't know it and he knows everything about the episodes, and Graham's in the chat and he doesn't know it, I think I'm good.
Well, the thing is, it's third season, and I disavow most of the third season. So
wasn't there a DC character like that too, named Eclipso, where he had like the two sides to his face or something?
Yeah, Eclipso. Well, but it wasn't straight down the middle. He had like
like
an eclipse.
I had a character that looked a lot like this Daredevil, and his name was Day and Night. So he had white and black. Split.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I did the same thing. I called him Dusk though, and it was going to be published at Malibu, but they went under before we did it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was black and white, half black, half white.
Yeah, he had the powers of the night and the day, whatever those powers would be. Yeah.
Wow.
My character had the powers of ground sausage, and I don't really know why, but
you do notice how everything goes back to Star Trek. I'm just saying. Everything eventually goes back to it's like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
I had a character like that too that was black and white called Half Moon. And he loved those cookies. That's how he got his power. He would eat those Half Moon cookies, and that would give him his strength. I figured if Popeye can eat spinach, which has no protein or value to it, and get strength, my guy can eat Half Moon cookies.
Well, spinach has iron
or value to spinach. That can't be.
No, it has iron. Spinach has iron in it, but the funny thing is broccoli has more iron in it than spinach does. So Popeye should have been eating broccoli, not spinach.
Yeah. See?
But maybe they didn't know
that. If you draw that guy in your book.
And apparently there's a rumor that Popeye goes in the public domain on January 1st, 2025, but it's got to be that Popeye from from January of 1929.
Be on the lookout for King features. They're going to come looking for you, Billy. I'm just saying.
Why would they come looking for me? I have nothing to do with Popeye.
Well, if you were, I just hypothetically.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Robin Williams version of Popeye going in public.
Hey, that was a good movie, Robin Williams.
No, it wasn't.
I love that movie. You guys didn't like that movie?
Well, he was great. He was a great Popeye, but
it was great casting, but there just wasn't really a story.
Yeah, but the production values were great. That
town that they built, I believe it still exists, and it's a tourist attraction.
Really?
It's like Hobbitville in New Zealand is still there.
Yeah. I think in the desert,
the public domain is released January 1st for the entire 96th year.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. That means 96th year of
It
Mickey
means
Mouse?
whatever. If I gather it right, it means whatever came out
Oh,
96
in that
years ago.
year
okay.
of Popeye
Oh, great.
is open.
Oh, great. Because yesterday, Steamboat Willie debuted in theaters on Sunday, November 18th, 1928. So happy birthday, Mickey Mouse. Here's to you.
There you go.
Or Steamboat Willie.
He's got a horror movie coming out in January.
Steamboat Willie does?
Yeah, what's
Don't
the name
the-
of
yeah,
it, Dennis?
the
Do you
Brits-
remember?
Yeah, don't the Brits call a penis a willy?
God. Okay. Art Thibert, do you care about any of this at all or not?
I don't really care. I don't really care about any of this. I always just go along with whatever you say, Billy. But yeah, I do. I think it's probably, for me, it's the pinnacle of the public domain stuff. And it's Zorro. So if you don't mind sharing.
Yeah. I can't believe we really lost Fraga to a power outage.
Yeah.
He's got storms going down, he said.
Wow.
Yeah, he's completely gone now.
Yeah,
the
so now,
difference
so
between-
what's his name? Sean Murphy did Zorro.
Yeah.
But he paid for it.
Oh, he did?
He licensed it. That was my understanding.
shit.
He licensed it.
Yeah, I always thought it was cool. Like definitely DC is drawn the correlation with Batman and Zorro. I do believe Zorro is the first character to really have that dual identity. You know, he's kind of this rich, socialite guy. And then, he sees the wrongs during the day, and then at night he becomes the vigilante Zorro.
So he's Batman.
Yeah,
So
he's
Batman
basically
is
Batman.
Zorro.
Yeah.
That's
Or
why remember
Batman
the
Zorro.
movie was the Mark of Zorro, or in the Joker movie, whatever, it was Zorro the Gay Blade, right? Is that what
Right. I
the
was going
movie
to say,
was?
what about Zorro the Gay Blade? Is that
George
in the-
Hamilton at his finest.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
a funny movie too.
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a peso. All for Zorro.
My favorite thing about the Zorro, and if you watch the Disney, like the serialized stuff with, what was his name? Guy. Who's the actor?
Guy, he's really Italian. He's really Italian. Like he's got an Italian last name, but it's Guy. Oh, come on,
Guy
Aaron.
Caballero.
Yeah, but what's his real name? What's his
Guy
name?
Gardner.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie.
No.
He was
Antonio
also in
Banderas.
Lost in Space. He was the Lost in Space guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
anyway, it's in California. Like all this takes place in California. So when Mexico kind of had their meat hooks in parts of California, that's where all the story, the backdrop takes place. So I find it very interesting growing up.
Guy Williams. Someone.
Guy
Yes,
Williams,
yes,
yes.
it's yep.
Yeah, it's Guy Williams. And then Zorro debuted in 1919 novel Curse of whatever, originally met as a standalone story. However, the success of the 1920 film adaptation, Mark of Zorro by Douglas Fairbanks and Noah Berry, which included the popular Zorro costume, convinced Macaulay to write more Zorro stories. For about 4 decades, 40 years, the character was featured in a total of 5 serialized stories and 57 short stories. The last one appeared in print posthumously in 1959, the year after his death. The Curse of, what I can't ever say that, Capistrano, eventually sold more than 50 million copies, becoming one of the best-selling books of all time. Like Zorro had some staying power, man. While the rest of Macaulay's Zorro stories did not enjoy the same popularity as most of them were never reprinted until the 21st century, the character also appeared in over 40 films and
40 films
and 10 TV series, like 10. I don't even know if we could name them. The most famous being the Disney production Zorro in 57 through 59. So that ran for 2 years, starring Guy, I don't know what his last name is, Williams.
Yeah.
Other media featuring Zorro included stories by different authors, audio, radio dramas, comic books, and strip stage productions, and video games. So then here's the Batman, being one of the earliest examples of fictional masked Avenger with a double identity. Zorro inspired the creation of several similar characters in pulp magazines and other media, and its predecessor for the superheroes of American comics, with Batman and the Lone Ranger drawing particularly close parallels to the character. So yeah, I think this is fantastic. I love the Zorro character. Usually you can't go wrong with it. Although I think there was a cartoon at one point which tried to modernize it. So instead of a horse, he wrote a motorcycle, and it was modern day. And it's like, I don't think. I mean, they are definitely. Yeah, it's like urban. He's an urban, guy with a saber, and he's going to do fight crime. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think most of them were good. Even that stupid Gay Blade movie was pretty damn entertaining.
It was fun.
Yeah. And I mean, everyone can agree. The best part of the Zorro mask, Zorro was, oh my God, look at her.
Yeah.
Hot stuff. Look at that. When he cut all her clothes off.
What is that? Catherine
Look at that.
Zeta,
Look at that right
Zeta
there.
Jones? Zeta
Yeah,
Jones?
Look at that. Holy shit.
All
Yeah, but is she
bipolar-
worth getting mouth cancer over?
Yeah, all bipolar goodness of her.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean she's what do you mean mouth cancer? What's up with that?
Michael
Isn't she married to Michael Douglas?
You know what it might be worth kissing that? Fuck yeah. Or wherever he got
No,
it from.
not up there.
Oh, down there. Oh dear Lord. All right.
Don't you know about Michael Douglas and his
I
condition?
don't care about Michael Douglas.
You know where she was almost hotter? Was it the Phantom? Wasn't that Zeta Jones too? She was
Is
in
that where he
bit.
got it from? Did he really get it from, or is that just a rumor? Like an
No,
that's where he got it
said.
from.
Yeah.
What they said, yeah.
Yeah, but not
I
just
didn't know
from
cancer
her.
was contagious.
Not just from her. He was like, his adventures throughout his adult life.
Yeah, he did play
Well,
Liberace.
she's so young, you could say his adventures in babysitting.
So it's about
He
as
was a
real
lot
as
younger.
Richard Gere's hamsters. Just saying.
Oh.
Oh. All right, hey, Billy, pull this up. Let me.
Of
This
course
is a
I
great
will. Hang on.
example of
Yeah,
what we were
hang on.
talking
Let's
about
see it.
earlier. So you don't want to you don't want to steal Zorro. You don't want to use. So you create your own Zorro.
Right.
El Diablo. There
El
he
Diablo.
is.
With a gun.
Yeah. Is that not the same character?
You know what? It's almost a better name. I think it is a better name, actually.
And
El
that's
Diablo, the
like
devil.
an El Diablo means like a fighting chicken, right? Like,
No, it's the devil.
It's a devil
Fighting
fighting chicken.
or the claws and the beak.
Yeah, in English,
no.
he's called the cockfighter in English.
Cockfighter.
You know,
called
that
Didn't
would
Neil
make
Adams do a story with El Diablo?
Yeah, and
all
Weird Western tales. Yep.
I got to
Yeah,
do a
weird
cover. I got to do a cover. I think it was, oh my gosh, I can't remember the character. But I got to draw El Diablo for DC.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
Aaron, I got to tell you something, Aaron. I think you could pull off one of these highwaymen's coats like this.
I want to wear one. I do.
Being that you have the Wraith of God, you should show up at San Diego Comic-Con wearing that.
I used to have an Australian duster, but we never wore them. Shelly and I bought them when we were in Australia back in like '93, and we never wore them, so we got rid of them. And now I wish I still had it. It always.
Oh my God. I wouldn't have gotten rid of it just because it's something cool that you got from Australia.
I know. I
Yeah.
don't know. Come on, man. I don't know what I'm thinking. But yeah, I should get one of these again.
You could walk around San Diego as Wraith of God because nobody would swarm you because your face would be covered.
That's right. And then you could talk to the people that used to be your best friends and won't talk to anymore.
And they wouldn't know. And they wouldn't know.
You know, El
right, whose
Diablo
turn
would
is
be
it?
the name of a good chicken restaurant. Just
Yeah.
saying.
We should, you know, what we should do in San Diego or any of these shows we're all together. We should do a cosplay night and we cosplay and we go out to dinner. Like this cosplay.
We
Like,
cosplay
be like
as
Humpty
each
Dumpty
other.
or something fucking weird.
Well, they
like
wouldn't
that.
think anything of it if
I like
We
what
cos-
Art said. If we could afford really good makeup artists, we cosplay as each other.
Each other, yeah. That'd be hilarious.
A really good makeup artist brings in a wig, makes me look like Billy.
That
Well,
is
we
funny,
know
dude.
Dan and Aaron are about the same height.
That's right.
But
You
I
just
think
have to
this
get a
is
bunch of
interesting.
cats.
This is interesting, Billy, because when you go over this list, you realize just about everything that's iconic is public domain.
Right.
Dracula, Sherlock Holmes, John Carter, Frankenstein Monster, the Scarecrow, Dorothy Gale, the Woodsman, Cowardly Lion, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, King Kong, Ivanhoe,
Ivanhoe.
Jack the Pumpkinhead, Gravestone. I don't know where that's from. Doodle.
That's gay.
They're like the Wonder Twins.
Oh, I
They're
want to use
Yankee Doodle.
I want to use Doodle. So
Yankee
bad.
Doodle
That's an
Dandy.
Altross drawing.
Oh, Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Look at the package on those guys.
Yeah,
Holy
right.
smokes.
Yeah,
Man of War. That's good. I like that, Man of War.
That's a cool name, Man of
Who's
War.
Man of War? That's cool, Art.
Wait,
Click
go
on
back.
Man of War.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
What is
Can you
that? Can you
click on that? I've never heard of that,
I
dude.
don't know if it gets into. It doesn't go into more. Oh, there it goes. It does get in more detail.
Oh, that's why he was in the Protectors.
The Protectors, Black
And
Terror. Yeah.
Well, when was he first created, Man of War?
Let me see. Mars, Man of God of War, admiring German efforts, World War II, Dayton, Ohio, Protectors, Malibu. So I don't know. This character doesn't seem that old, actually.
Wow.
Night Mask. It doesn't give a date. That's weird.
I'll have to ask
Interesting.
Wavy Dave Ulbrich. He would know.
Yeah, we should get Wavy Dave.
But these all look like 90s comics to me. 90s
Well, the
and
Protectors were, yeah, that was Malibu before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does.
Oh,
It's
Yank Yank and Doodle. Dude, that's so wrong.
That is so.
Yank and Doodle. Oh God.
That seems very gay.
Oh, look
to
at
me.
this. Yank my Doodle. It's Dandy.
Like, you don't even have to. You don't even have to change the name, and that's a porn movie.
Well, that's why they
Yeah.
got the packages there in their.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
Man of
always
War,
erect.
Kevin Ryan is on it again, about 1941.
Yeah. So Man of War, if you guys want, it's a great name. Steal it. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Cthulhu,
Love Cthulhu.
Hercules. What is that? Natty.
That's from Mark. Isn't that from Last Mohegans?
Is it?
Natty
think so.
Bumpo.
I think
Bumpo.
I
Or
think
Davy
Natty
Crockett.
Bumpo was from Last of the Mohegans.
Okay, and then of course, like all the Alice in Wonderland
Wait a
stuff.
minute. White
Paul
Rabbit.
Bunyan.
Isn't that from Jefferson Airplane?
No,
White
Alice
Rabbit?
in Wonderland.
Long John Silver.
Oh,
I
the
thought that was-
restaurant.
Yeah, I thought that was just like a fish place. Yeah, the
It
Wizard
is.
of Oz.
It's usually
Fire
in the
hair.
Taco Bell and A&W.
Oh my goodness.
That
Oh
is
my
pretty
goodness.
generic. Fire hair. Of course, Captain Nemo.
Yeah, but see, I don't know if you use that name Fire Hair because DC has a Fire Hair character.
It's an
Do they?
Indian
Is
character,
the
isn't it?
name Fire Hair?
The character, yeah, Joe Kubert did it.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of this, and two other characters in the public domain, Aaron Lopresti. You will get a no prize if you could name not one but two famous female pirates.
I got to remember my own question from our. There's Mary Roberts or something. What the heck was her name? Is that one of them?
No.
Mary.
It's Elizabeth Swan from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. What was her name? Mary something. What was her
Yeah.
name? I
Mary
can't remember.
Reed.
Steamburgeon.
Mary Reed.
And
oh my gosh, I know the. Oh God.
Hattie.
Come on, Dennis,
Don't
you
look
know.
in the chat. Just don't look in the chat.
my
Um,
lies over the ocean.
Mary Reed and
My Bonnie lies over the sea.
yeah.
My Bonnie lies.
I know it's Bonnie. What is it?
So
Bonnie
My Bonnie to me.
and Bonnie.
Yes. Excellent.
I'd like to go to the chat.
Yeah.
My lifeline.
Helena Troy, a mouthpiece is in here. You guys, you can use a mouthpiece. Public domain. Alan Quartermain.
Yeah. All right, I'm
Moby.
gonna share mine though. That's someone that you all overlooked.
You could do Moby's
Did
Dick.
we?
Well, you don't know
You
that.
all overlooked it. You all overlooked it.
Did not choose
Only-
it.
I
Ladies
only
and
got
gentlemen, the
one
one, the only, the immortal, Bozo the Robot.
Okay, I did.
Yep, did
I did
overlook that one.
overlook that. Yeah.
In She Gatecrasher, Bozo the Robot is the first public domain character that she comes across.
Oh my gosh. Rise, Bozo, rise.
Yeah, look at that. Now we're all set.
Rise,
bozo.
bozo.
And then it got recopyrighted as a clown.
Oh my gosh.
He's got this little spinning thing on top of his head.
You know, there's a reason why most of these characters are in the public domain.
You know what my favorite thing is? Like artists, even contemporary artists do this, is like they're limited, their imaginations are limited to what they've seen, right? So that guy could have drawn any robot, right? But he tried to make it look like a realistic robot, like a guy in a robot suit, right? Like it looks just like, you know, somebody that would have been in a movie or a TV with the big oversized chest cavity and the rubber hose arms and stuff like that. It just cracks me up. You could have drawn any robot out of your imagination, and that's what you chose to do.
How come we never made robot costumes when we were kids out of like things like
Oh,
that?
I did.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Weren't you Rosie from the Jetsons?
How dare you?
Look, now this is interesting. Submariner is public domain. Motion Picture Funnies Weekly #1.
Ooh, it didn't show up on that one
Hey,
list.
Dennis, can you pull that up? Can you try to find that? Let's see what we could see what he looks like.
Motion picture. Yep.
Hey,
Submariner.
you know,
Gorgo is in the public domain. The British monster. Aaron.
that was originally published in black and white, the first appearance of Submariner, and it was given away at movie theaters.
I'd love to see what that looks like.
Really?
Yeah, and then they
Oh,
reprinted
hey,
it
Aaron.
in, I think they reprinted it in a Marvel Comics #1.
Did you know the Headless Horseman is in
color.
public domain?
Well, yeah, that was written in 1814 or something. I mean, 1840 or something, right? When was?
Why do you think
Sleepy
Aaron's
Hollow
using them in Wraith the God?
It was
3?
It was early 1800. It was like Sleepy Hollow was like, that was like really, that's really old, like early 1800s.
Yeah,
or
that's like when
late
the Dutch
1700s.
still mattered in New York. No one laughed.
Barbarella. You guys could use Barbarella.
Hey, Aaron, in Wraith the God 3, are we going to get to see how the Headless Horseman lost his head?
Ooh.
Well, no, we get this. The story is told, but we're not. That'd be like a double flashback, because we have to flash back to when the Wraith was a kid and first encountered him and those characters, and then they're not going to flash back again from the flashback. But they do tell the story.
You know what? We really need to do something like you do, like the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland. It's like, off with his head. Like she's the one that took the head of the Headless Horseman.
Oh my gosh, it comes full
Start
circle.
tying this
Wow.
shit all together. make
Yeah,
one
I like
crazy
that.
story.
I think you've got. Don't let Jimmy Reyes hear this.
Damn you,
Dennis, thank
Jimmy
you, Ben.
Reyes.
Here it is.
There you go. Legend of Sleepy Hollow, 1820, says Paul Taylor.
1820. Wow.
That's before
First
the
printed
Alamo.
appearance and origin of Submariner.
But,
Was in
but
this
is there
book?
any image of the Submariner though?
No.
Graham Nolan, thank you, brother. Got to crash, boys. Great show. Thank
Good night.
you. There. Us too,
Yeah,
Graham.
feel better.
Feel better, buddy.
Graham.
Take some medicine,
Yep.
and I mean a shot.
Yeah,
So
let's
take
try
a
that.
spoonful of sugar. It helps the medicine go down.
Lay that bald head down.
Can you find it? Is it?
Yeah,
showing up?
I'll look. I didn't see.
All
There's a
right.
bunch
In
of
the
submarine-
meantime,
But no,
Oh,
no,
there
look.
it is.
Yeah, but look, go back up to like the third row there. There's right there where the book is open.
yeah.
Yeah, right there. See, it's in black and white. The whole comic was in black and white.
Can we go? Let me go big on it. Can you go bigger than that too? You can't really see.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, that wasn't the
Amazingly
Submariner
enough, Aaron
story.
does not own this
Not the
book in
Submariner.
mint condition.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there he is. Look, right there. It
Yes,
looks like
but
Submariner.
They reprinted that in color in I just said it. Marvel Comics #1, first appearance of Human Torch. But the original story was in black and white in Motion Pictures Weekly's funny Motion Picture Funnies Weekly. Blah, blah.
That's a mouthful.
but that's him right there.
Yep.
Well, that's that one up there is the. So he's in the public domain.
Well, yeah, go ahead and try and use it, Billy. See what happens.
I'm not.
I like that Bill Everett signed his name on that case there. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that extraordinary? All right, let's take a quick break because we're gonna move on to comic hunts. So that's our next thing.
Oh,
So,
come on. I want to share one more.
What did you
Oh,
just
yeah, let's
say?
show one more. You want to show one?
What did you just say, Billy?
Do you? It's.
Slow down, Billy. Slow down.
I'll give you a hint of what's coming next. And this is something you guys, you want me to get into comics. You want to start talking comics. You all make fun of me. I've been collecting comic books, obscure comics, strange things. So I personally am on a
Comic hunts.
And that's where we are now. That we're going to explore we are the comic hunters, and we're going to go out and we're going to discuss which comics we've been hunting. Hence the comic hunters. And now the segment's going to be comic hunts.
Well, you can share my screen. I actually wouldn't mind owning this book as well, but I couldn't afford it. So, Thunderbolt. The character's name is Atomic Thunderbolt.
Wow.
This is his first appearance in Atomic Thunderbolt #1.
You know, with his chest and his abs there, it looks like a sad face.
I know. I saw the same thing. He looks like he's all sad.
It does, doesn't it?
He looks like a Japanese character. Hello.
He has flight, atomic punch, invulnerability, and airwave generation.
And rising
in the year after the first atomic bomb fell in Japan.
So he's whipping around, giving everybody cancer, basically, is what he's doing.
Yes.
See, now that's an interesting thing, that he is now the Atomic Thunderbolt is now the world's greatest supervillain because he hasn't been able to stop. He's just irradiating the world, and they can't kill him because he's invulnerable. And then our characters will have to bind together. The bros can take down the Atomic Thunderbolt, drawn by Marcus Killigrew.
There you go.
You got a job, Marcus. That's very cool. So you can have fun with him, that he was a good guy.
And he is public domain.
And he is public domain.
As stated in Heroes of the Public Domain #1.
Look at that. Who's the author of that book?
They're all Darren, a friend of mine, Darren Wiltshire, wrote it. And then, like I said, Chris Malgrain drew it.
Thank you very much. Yes, I want you guys to bring up your who's this right here? Is this you? Oh,
That's
what
me.
is this for?
Well, this is part of your comic hunts.
Oh, okay. Oh, dang it. Oh, you got to wait. Sorry, you're one head of the game. You're one step ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. I'm going to share the screen. We're going to take a quick little break because it's what needs to be said.
The things that make me mad about those other guys and all the things they do wrong, the one thing that I will not forgive them for is their try to steal the joy from this country.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
NFL just deemed doing the Trump shuffle, or however they call it, is perfectly fine.
Well, duh.
They said no way. Did they really?
Yep, it's fine. Perfectly fine.
Oh, that's awesome. Because last I heard they were going to fine him.
Like, yeah, no, that's not going out of any rules, any NFL rules.
All right.
For now, guys, let's have some fun. Let's. This is the educational portion of the show, and guess what? It's
Comic hunts.
all right. So our first comic hunter will be Andy Smith. So, Andy, could you tell everyone what's your comic hunt?
I will share the screen. Give me 1 second.
All right, let's go to Dennis. Dennis is ready with
No,
his
I
comic.
got it. I'm good to go.
Gosh.
Hold on a
Make it
second.
stop.
You're
Make
still on
it
Thunderbolt.
stop.
You're still on Atomic Thunder. All right, and Dennis Turner. What's your
Oh,
comic?
wait. Yeah, wrong one. Damn it.
Yeah, this is what I'm hunting for right now. This is not, it's actually the magazine, the $6 Million Man magazine. This is issue number 3. I obviously have 1 and 2 here, but I need a really nice copy of number 3. I mean, Neil Adams cover. Gotta love this stuff, but I need number 3. This is one of the things I think I have been now through the last 15, 16 shows, and I have not seen one of these on anybody's wall or in their boxes. So that is what I am personally hunting for. I did finish off my $6 Million Man comics, my Space 1999. I got my Last Bionic Woman comic all taken care of. All my Charlton stuff's done, but I need the magazine.
Excellent. Excellent.
How do you go wrong with Steve Austin?
You don't. And let me tell you something. I don't know about you guys, but I saw every episode of The $6 Million Man.
Oh yeah, favorite
From
show.
2nd grade to 6th grade. I think the entire run.
Oh yeah, including Andre the Giant as Bigfoot.
Love it. Yes, and Dick Keel did. Oh no, Cassidy, right? Played him.
Yeah, a second time.
Isn't that something? All right, I'm trying to find my thing. Okay, excellent choice. And who's that painting by? We don't know.
On that one, I don't know. I think Neil
That
did
is
the
not
first
Neil.
two. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, I got the first 2 issues. Neil did, but
Excellent. Andy Smith, comic hunter Andy Smith has something very interesting. So, Andy, what's your comic hunt?
Conan 23. I actually thought I had it already.
Oh, I've got it.
I don't. I have 20, 21, 22. Then it goes to 24, 25, and so on. This is the first full appearance of Red Sonja in the book. Gilkane cover. It is Barry Windsor Smith interiors, inked by a plethora: Sabu Sema, Dan Atkins, and Chick Stone.
That's a nice way of them telling you that he was like super late on this issue.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But it
But
looks
yeah,
great.
so it's just one of those issues that
Is this
I
an
have a gap
expensive
in the
issue?
run.
Is this a super expensive issue?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
it's expensive, but it's not,
I mean,
horribly expensive.
It's
but
not Conan 1 expensive.
No. It's probably about $100 or so, I would think.
Well, if you want to get a near mint copy, you're going to pay more than that.
Yeah.
Well,
if you want an Aaron
well, Aaron,
copy,
not
you're gonna
all of
pay
us care
more.
about near mint. Just
Well,
saying.
I'm just saying you should. Now, you know that on issue 24, Barry's last issue, he inked that himself, and that is a killer issue.
Oh, I know. I'll jump to that one. That one I do have already, but that is just to show it real quick. It's not a comic hunt because I already own it. But yes, this is awesome. This is a
What's
great
wrong
one.
with Red
for sure.
Sonja?
That would be a great homage cover too.
Look at Red Sonja doing the dance.
Oh, look at that. She's kind of doing the Charleston a little bit almost.
He
right?
did a little
Well,
dance.
he colored this issue too.
Did he really? Oh, he did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just look at the highlights on like Conan and stuff. That's totally Barry.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. Yeah, this one's great. Now I do own this one, but it is in. Put it this way, I paid $10 for it, so it's in rag ass shape.
Mine's in near.
I wouldn't mind getting a nicer one.
Of course it is, Aaron.
Of course. Well, you know.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work, man, in that book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Let's see if they edit it, because this is also where. Oh yeah, she takes her top off there. Oh
Yeah, but pushes him away. Little tease.
Oh, why did she
That's
do that?
right.
Why did she take her top off just to push him away?
Because that's what Red Sonja is. He's a tease.
He's not easy.
Yeah.
You got to make it a
Yeah.
little tough.
That's fire.
He's a sea
good girl.
tease, right? Art Thibert.
Yes.
But they did reprint it in a one shot in 80s on Baxter paper, which I do have.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, this is good stuff. So anyhow, that issue 23
Enough to
was the
find.
one.
That tower was very phallic. If you scroll back up.
It was.
Man, Billy, you got a
Look at
one-track
that.
mind. man.
Wow.
Well,
It's
it's
a
tough. There's a lot of
racial
nudity. This is like a porn comic. Get rid of that.
Oh.
Get that out of here.
Andy
Oh,
wants
that's
it.
hilarious.
All right.
All
I gotta,
right.
I gotta,
Aaron Lopresti.
well, I want to share this because this is back to what we were talking about, and then I'll get to what my comic that I'm looking for is. Okay, look at these evil Nazis. They're injecting poison into these candy bars, and look in the window back here as the Nazi is giving it to children. They're
Oh,
poisoning
shit.
kids.
Wow.
Wow.
And
They're
that's
horrible.
Go trick or treating there.
I know. And the Black Terror, of course, probably the most used public domain
Yeah,
character.
but he's like dead right there. I mean, that bullet's going to hit him right square
It
in the.
is.
No, it's missing him is going to hit the kid behind him. He's aiming for the kid. He doesn't care. They just want to kill kids, Billy.
They do. That's what Nazis do. That's what Nazis and Antifa want to do. Is kill kids.
Exactly.
Wow. Which one of those two with the needles is Anthony Fauci? I can't tell.
No, it's either one of them.
Oh,
You know what? The thing is, those kids are already war torn. Their parents are probably already gone, and
Yeah,
these
look at
guys are poisoning
Wow,
them.
you're just putting them out of their misery? Is that what you're
Look at
saying,
their
Art?
tattered clothes.
They're
He's
in
out there
tattered
giving them
clothes,
poison
man.
candy bars. Oh, it's terrible. Those
It is.
Nazis. Ah,
And it's not even Hershey. It's not even good Swiss chocolate.
I know.
It's probably
It's
that German Milka stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
terrible.
It's
All right.
mind-blowing.
But here's the book that I'm hunting for right now at the
All
moment.
right, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Lopresti, Comic Hunter, with what?
Here
Where?
we go. There it is.
Comic
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
That is a good one.
I just completed my run. There's 3 issues after this that have Silver Surfer and Galactus in them, and I finally got the Galactus cover. Finally picked one up at a reasonable price, and a 9.4, by the way, just in case you're interested. But then I realized that this Airwalker character was indeed the first appearance of yet another Sentinel of Galactus. So now I realize, well, I got to get that then. So now I'm looking for, these are pretty overpriced at the moment. So I'm kind of waiting to find a guy that's a little desperate for cash in Joe Biden's economy and might.
Now, Aaron,
yeah,
I've got one. It's a 5.5.
Oh
God,
it's not slabbed. That's
Send
my,
it to
that's
Graham.
my.
Send that to Graham so he can read it in his Fantastic Four chair. It's high grade or nothing for me, buddy.
Yeah, that's toilet paper.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm currently looking for right there.
Excellent. Excellent. RT Bear, you don't care about any of this, do you?
I'm not really a collector anymore. Not to the extreme that you guys are, but I do have one that I am looking for. I went through my collection and I realized I don't have this anymore.
Uh-oh.
So this is the Walter Simonson. Do you have that? This is Walt Simonson.
Oh my God, I'd love to get that.
Oh yeah.
I don't have that.
I thought I had it,
I'm
but
ashamed of you.
yeah, it didn't make the cut, I guess, in my collection all these years. So I'm gonna look for the original. I gotta find the original in good shape. What is this? This is a 9.4. Is that good? Is that good, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you can't read it.
You can't read it though.
Yeah,
Well, no,
but
he
you know
doesn't
what?
want one slabbed.
Yeah,
No.
but I could get this. This is what I really want.
Yeah, but how much is that?
This is the artist edition. I imagine it's 100 plus at least. I don't know what those things are going for. Andy, what are those artist editions?
I don't know, man. You'd have to look on eBay because some of them go for cover price and some of them go for, double or triple. It just depends on how rare it is.
Yeah, I would find.
Dan has that. I don't have that one.
Yeah, in this. So yeah, I mean, this was always a big deal when it first came out. I always thought it was pretty killer. The new black and white version is awe-inspiring. I mean, these ink lines are absolutely fantastic. I don't think you're going to find a better ink job than what Walter did on this Alien.
You know what's weird is now that Marvel has the Alien license, I'm surprised they're not reprinting this.
Yeah, you could break it up. How many issues do you think you could get out of that? 4 or 5?
Well, no, it was about
3.
64 pages, wasn't it? I mean, I've got it over. I could go look, but and my copy.
Were you rubbing it in there, Aaron?
Yeah, my copy's not near mint because I actually read this. So
yeah.
You know what would be a great panel or even a great interview is just to interview Walt about this run, just this for 45 minutes.
I want to ask him what he inked this with. It's probably something that I use all the time, and I'm just like.
I had him on my show when I was doing Aaron cons during COVID, and we talked about this, not exclusively, but we did talk about this. I can't remember anything he said though. It was a long time ago. But I did ask him about it.
Yeah,
we talked a little bit about it.
Maybe we'll have him on a Thursday Night Live or something, like, and just to discuss this. Talk about his Raganox, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Ragnarok. Hey, that's a new character.
This is
Ragnarok
why we
by
employ
Jimmy
Billy
Reyes.
not to drink before the show.
I'm not drinking. I drank last night. I had like 3 glasses of scotch. I was like,
But you
I
know
can
what?
tell.
After those King shows, when you drink, you sleep like a baby.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you, Michael. I'm really enjoying the show tonight. Here's a tip. Thank you.
Thanks,
Love
Michael.
it.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to share my comic hunt.
I can't even believe there's a book you're looking for. I gotta see
it
this.
totally is the book I'm looking for, bro. Totally. And I don't have it. And I just have to. And thank you for
Billy, I've got lots of
supporting us.
comps
Maybe I
of
can
my
ask for a
books. I can
subscription.
just send it to you.
This? You would send me
No.
this?
Oh, this is the artist edition.
The
Yeah.
Rocket Your Artist did. And I
don't
just
have that?
This is the lowest I've seen it in a long time.
This
119.
was the first one they did.
I know, but I don't have it. I want to ask for Christmas.
I've got it in mint condition if you're interested.
Well, see, at least with Aaron, I can say all my artist editions are in mint condition too. So there.
Yeah.
This is look. That's definitely Brink Stevens right there.
Yeah.
You know, we Shelly and I at Brink Stevens was a guest at one of the Portland shows, and they used to do like these really elaborate things for the guests. Like we went on a brunch cruise along the Willamette River, and we sat at a table with Brink Stevens on the brunch cruise and shared many a story, or she shared many a story.
You know,
She was his wife or sister. What
Wife.
was, okay.
His wife, yeah. Well, you know, I did something like that with Paul Ryan, who was with us. Were you there when I was there? We did a river cruise. It was in the
Were you
daytime,
there?
right?
Yeah, I went on that.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Then we went to the museum and saw the spruce goose and everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
get a room, you homo.
Why can't
Wow,
I?
you
I
didn't
don't
even know
remember
yet.
you being there, Billy. Are
I
you
was
sure you
fat
were there?
then.
Huh? Okay.
No, I was quiet then. I was very shy.
I might have been talking to your
doubt
wife
it.
all the time. I
Yeah,
don't know.
whatever.
I'm sure. No, remember we were because Paul Ryan was a Republican, and we
Yeah.
figured out there was a couple of us. I guess it was you that we
Yeah.
were Republicans, and we had
Yeah.
to be quiet about it. Remember that? That
Yes,
was us.
that's right.
Yeah, I
I
brought my
remember
girlfriend
Paul was
with
there
me.
because Paul stayed at our place before they went. Paul and Linda stayed at our place before they went back. Because we ended up taking him to the airport.
Long Beach. You guys were in Long Beach. What cruise were you?
No, it was Portland.
Portland. You were on the river cruise. That was a lot of fun. Shelly was pregnant. Shelly was like super pregnant.
Oh,
She
was
couldn't
she?
go on the rafting trip, so she was there
I
for
thought they built that big old hangar in Long Beach for the
They
spruce
did.
goose. So
They
was this
did.
before or after?
Now that's not true. I remember Aaron. He had hair. Aaron doesn't
And you were
remember me.
fat, right, Billy?
And I was fat. I was shy. I wasn't fat. I was
Shy.
Billy was fat and shy, and I was handsome and had hair, and
Yep.
And you guys were
it was a different time.
and you
And he
guys were
pissed
both,
Billy off.
and you were both
No,
cunt
you had to be there because we were all talking,
Mhm.
and then and like I said, it all brought and somebody else was, I assume, was you and Shelly. Like, oh yeah, we voted for Bush too, or something like
Yeah.
that. And we're like, what?
Yep.
It was fun.
Mhm.
All right, so that's my comic hunt right there. And did we cover everyone? Because you're sharing something, Core Draft.
Oh, yes.
I am. No, I'm not.
The other Core Draft. All right, so let's start. Dennis, now we're at it. So we're coming to the end, guys. What a great show this was. I think we learned a thing or two. Dennis Ryan was a huge help. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Kevin, you mean?
Oh, Kevin Ryan. Yes, sorry, I'm looking at Dennis. I'm saying Kevin Ryan. I like Kevin Ryan. No, thank you so much, Kevin Ryan. And somebody else was helping us out a lot too here.
Yeah, he knows his public domain stuff. We were chatting at one of the conventions. Maybe it was Garden State, but yeah, he really knows his stuff.
Yeah, Kevin does go to. Yep, Kevin goes to Garden State.
Yep.
So he's a local guy. Kevin, I actually will be going to the Big Apple Comic Con this weekend at the New Yorker Hotel for Saturday.
Oh, are you going to that? I haven't been to that one in years. Right across from.
It used to be, remember the Church Con or the Penta Hotel Con? Now he has it at the New Yorker Hotel. It's carpeted. It's in the ballroom.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. It used to be in like across from Penn Station in
The Penta Hotel. Yes.
Yeah, but now the Pennsylvania, was it called the Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania 65000, that hotel.
but now it's in the New Yorker.
New Yorker.
That's where I always stayed when I went to the New York Con.
The same. I always stay at the New Yorker. It was reasonable and it was centrally located.
And it's a nice hotel. They've done a lot of work on it. A lot of work.
Yeah.
So my son William and I are William's coming with me, and then the Las Vegas Grand Prix, Formula One Grand Prix, starts at 1 a.m. So we're going to go to this Formula One bar and eat and drink beers and watch the Formula One race till 3 a.m. So, all right, guys. Hey, listen, let's go. Let's do a quick round robin. Let's share our campaigns. All of us have live campaigns right now. Andy or Dennis, are you guys ready, or is our team
share my screen? And it's a twofer. The first one is for you, big guy. Look at that price.
Whoa!
Free shipping.
Oh my gosh, get on that, Billy. That's cheaper than it was.
I have to have this campaign in before I do.
90.
That's free shipping.
Free shipping, dude. What are you waiting for?
Send me that link. Can you send me that link, brother?
Yeah, I'll send to you after Cordrat the Awakening. That's right.
What?
Dennis and I are jamming it away on Cordrat the Awakening. Cordrat and Adriana are back to save the Shattered Reach from the death-defying Vordoom, the Undying, the Necronite, Lilneth, and a horde of the undead. Lots of great stuff for you guys to go check out. A brand new game module Dennis has written and is pretty much done. I have to give it a read through. And Buddy in the chat has already played it. Said it's fantastic. So let's go. Yeah, get it to 55K. Let's go. LFG. Keeping it clean for the show.
Let's make it like fire tonight.
That's right. So yeah, guys, go check it out. Lots of different cover options. Of course, there's my cover, Budroot, Irene. Pages are right here. We've got everything. So guys, go check this out. You will definitely dig it. I've got 8 pages left. I finished up.
That's a great cover right there. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, guys, go check it out. And go back, Cordrat the Awakening. Let's go.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. Here's a brand new campaign by Artemis Thibert. Art, talk to us, brother.
Yeah, black and white. Can I play the video?
Yeah, buddy.
Sweet.
Excellent, Art.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. We just hit that 16K mark. So we're moving, we're grooving. We got 200, exactly 200 backers, but there's always room for more, you guys. Black and White is back. This story will continue right where Volume 2 left off. And we have, I've been writing these things as 2-parters. So 3 and 4 will be the 2 parts for the Sins of the Father saga. And so we are going to go back a little bit into the Black and White history. Instead of a much needed vacation, Black and White are up to their necks in strange happenings. There is only an empty coffin where the body of Reed's father should be. Sickness overtakes Gray, and a beautiful but deadly voodoo priestess is making zombies right, left, and center. This new adventure from the evil genius that is me will send our heroes into the world of voodoo nightmares and murderous immortals that have hatred for the Blackets for centuries. Lord Fakin will stop at nothing to wipe out the Blackett lineage from the face of the earth. Yeah, so you guys, if you want some epic adventure, we got robots, we got zombies, we got Valdoom priestesses, we got immortals. This book is all over the place, but in the best of ways. So we have this book, but we also have 2 books. So we have the Black and White High Octane Adventures, which is done by my buddy Pedro Ang, CG's own Pedro Ang. And so these are one and dones. These are animated adventures, 22 pages. So they're a lot of fun, you guys. You can read these with your kids. And then, of course, here's some of the interior art. We have 4 different covers with this campaign, but only 3 you can see so far, A, B, and we have the Carlo Barberi C cover. We will be announcing this cover D very, very, very soon. So thank you guys so much for supporting Black and White, getting us to this point. We just started this crazy adventure, so let's keep going. If you like what you see, give it a backing. And if you've already backed, please tweet this out, share it on your social media. I would appreciate it. So thanks, bros. Thanks to everybody in the chat. You guys are the best.
It looks great. Yeah, we've gotta get these campaigns going. We've gotta RT Best campaign is definitely a campaign in deserving of greater recognition.
Correct.
Let's light these freaking candles. Speaking of lighting, boom. Just real quick, Art, for 1 second, can you just stop your camera?
Sure. Oh, why? Is there movement?
Yeah, just for do it. Blackage, right? Just saying, guys. All right.
By the way, Billy, I put that link in the private chat, so don't forget to grab it.
It's black as ink. It's black as inko.
All right. Aaron Lopresti Lopez, look at you. Almost at $70,000.
I know. We're knocking at the door.
Wow. That's so close.
Oh, even closer. Somebody back during the show. Thank you. This is Wraith of God, Fear Hollow. It's number 3 in a series of graphic novels featuring the Wraith and his partner Esther. This time they travel to the Northeast, to Cranestown, a place that the Wraith had visited as a youth, where he encountered the Headless Horseman for the first time. But now it's revenge time. He's got to once again, face his fear from his youth, but there's more involved than just that. There's a witch, and then there's a person from his past that has become his nemesis. All this stuff is just starting to be revealed in the 3rd graphic novel in the series. You have 4 cover choices. That's cover A. Cover B is the EC tribute cover. Cover C here is the 1972 Marvel tribute cover with the box art.
Excellent.
And then, of course, the great Chris Stevens did me a painted cover. There's all sorts of goodies on this campaign. Please check it out and back if you haven't already. You don't want to miss this one, folks.
It looks great.
It looks fantastic.
Boom! There you go.
Wraith is actually is he a knickerbocker?
No.
There's nothing wrong with a knicker. That's
right up there with your comic cunts.
I know what it is. No,
it would. What's wrong with you guys?
What's wrong with us? You're the one saying this crazy shit.
That's what they were, original New Yorkers, right?
Knickerbocker.
Yes.
Isn't he a knickerbocker?
No,
he's not. Is he?
No.
Is he? Well, he's from the Northeast, though, isn't he? Or is he a cowboy that went east and then came back west like the buffalo?
Would you like me to spoil his
No.
Oh no!
Well, Aaron almost did it. He almost spilled the beans right on a Brofessionals
stuff.
Pressuring me to give away secrets that people want to wait till you read the book.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have 2 things
Billy
to share.
does that, man. He's like the devil on the shoulder, right? He can get you to do all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
I have Aaron, Andy. Thank you so much for the link. I have it set up. Thank you. I have 2 things to share. I'm going to share 2 projects. One for people out there who like Kickstarter. My pals, Brian Polito, Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, and I have created the Deadly Trio. This is launching tomorrow on the Kickstarter. It is a fantastic sci-fi adventure, Space Vixens, but nothing like Kit Carter. And lots of, we got a great Dan Lawless cover. This book is a lot of fun. There's no holds barred. Just exactly what you would imagine Jimmy, me, Amanda, and Brian coming up with. We got a great staff. We got wonderful covers, and the book just looks great. And here's the cool thing about this book. We've been working on this book for 2 years, the four of us.
Oh, wow.
And it's completely done.
Wait, who did the artwork? This is nice.
It's what's her name? Adriana Mello.
Oh, yeah.
They call her Mellow Yellow.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, we do.
She's cute too.
Jesus.
How many pages is this sucker going to be?
I think it's 32 pages of story, I think.
Oh, cool.
So
And
it's
then
32
like
pages
20
story,
pages
lots
of
of
filler.
What's that?
And 20 pages of filler.
I guess so.
I'm just kidding, Billy.
You know, whatever. It's just you don't remember me on the boat. We shared a boat ride
So,
together.
so Billy, can you give us the breakdown of
I sure can. Yes, I sure
what
can.
your
Yeah.
contribution is creation wise? Like,
Yep,
did you
okay,
each
so this
make up one
character-
of the characters or
Yep.
what?
So the three of us created characters. The one on my left, the one on the left here, that's Rianne. That's my character. She
Okay,
is
cool.
from a race of humanoids that are actually like almost like mood rings. They're like organic mood rings that they literally wear their hearts on their sleeves. That their skin tone changes color according to their moods, their emotions. So like if she's content and at peace, she's a very cool, almost turquoisey like blue. Just think of the spectrum of the rainbow. But also she lets out these, they not quite pheromones, but similar to that, that it's contagious, so they can calm people around them. If she's roused or in fear like this, she starts turning red, and then that's contagious, and that starts making others around them sense it as well and panic and stuff. So that's our three characters. The character right here, this is Jimmy's character Dorian with Rondo, the red monkey space cat. Again, this is nothing like Kit Carter.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Red monkey space cat.
Red rocket. No, my character's red. It's Rondo monkey. Wait. Rondo monkey space cat. So
Is it a cat or a monkey?
It's a space cat. It's Amanda's cat when she was a kid, and that's what she named it. Rondo Red Rocket Monkey or something like that.
Okay, I got you.
And he's a space cat again. Her character, Jimmy and Amanda's character. This is Dorian. She can fix anything. She could sense things. That's why her and my character have this kind of thing, because my character is putting out these feelings and emotions and things like that, and she's absorbing it, which puts them at odds with one another. But that's until they come across this big battle, Garga. And Garga is Brian Polito's character.
Not surprised.
So my character fights her and shit like that. And
So Garga's from hell.
No, Garga's not from hell. Garga's from another planet. So Garga's sister, she's from a barbarian planet of witches, or monsters. They literally physically transform to monsters. Garga's sister is the one on world domination, and she's a destroyer of worlds. And the three of them have to come together to not only
come together,
coordinate, to cooperate, but to literally not only to survive, but to save the universe. And
is she a giant? Like, is she enormous?
She becomes very big. She's bigger than our characters. She is, but she's like not a big barter type, but maybe a Wonder Woman type.
Okay.
So there's my character. That's my cover right there. We got lots of great covers. If you guys know how Brian Polito does things, there's Joe Linsner.
Oh yeah.
Nice. We've got a great Dan Lawless cover. Look at this, look at this, Diego Bernard, who does Lady Death. Isn't that great? It's like a movie poster.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what Brian Polito does. Look at these books. So he sells his books for $25, but he gets free U.S. shipping.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. I don't know
where's Dan's cover? Is Dan's cover right there?
Dan's cover. Look at Ben Caldwell's cover.
Oh my gosh, how many covers do you have?
Great. I don't know. There's a lot. It's a wraparound cover. It's my character Rianne fighting Garga. Striking. Just this. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's Dan.
Dan is a beast. So this launches tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be having a fun little launch party on, I guess, on Coffin Comics TV's YouTube channel. I think I might be able to share it on mine too, because we had done a show on his and I was able to share it. And then he started getting super chats. He's like, "What is this?" I'm like the super chats. But I think they came to us. I don't know. But that launches tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a big, we'll be really promoting it tomorrow and stuff like that. So you might be sick of me by the end of the day. And then, if I may, I want to thank everyone for our biggest Indiegogo launch ever this past weekend with She Gatecrasher.
Woo! Look at that.
Thank you guys so much. We are now, I haven't refreshed it. Let's see. But we're closing on, in our first 4 days, look at this. We're closing in on $55,000. This campaign is exclusive to Indiegogo. It will go on Kickstarter on the 15th of January 2025. But right now, it's all you guys. So if I could play my video, if you guys don't mind.
Do it.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be okay.
Yeah, I guess. What's up, everybody? Billy Tucci here, and I am so proud to announce our latest original graphic novel, She Gatecrasher. In Gatecrasher, Anna Ishikawa, allied with Ran, my original concept for She, finds herself trapped in comic book time and must battle through a cartoonist's history to find her way back to her daughter. Otaru. Starting in 1938, Gatecrasher will take the reader on an amazing adventure across comics' incredible decades, trends, and genres that includes war, westerns, horror, apes, Nazis, space chicks, superheroes, romance, robots, dinosaurs, commies, cartoons, crime, bad girls, zombies, duck stick. I gotta fix that. Along the way, the pair will stand side by side with the world's greatest indie and public domain heroes before coming face to face with Brian Pulido's iconic Lady Death. Sworn! Written by J.C. Vaughn and illustrated by me, Leandro Oliveira, and Hi-Fi Color Designs Brian Miller, She Gatecrasher is literally the destroy all monsters of comic book characters that features variant covers by Stan Sakai, Art Thibert, Rini Strinkalski, and the legendary Rob Liefeld. So please join us on this fantastical four-color adventure. I want to thank you for over 30 wonderful years in comics, and I know you're just going to love Gatecrasher. I'll see you in the funny books. In the funny books.
See, I'm glad to find out that it's Gatecrasher. I thought it was something else for a while.
Hello. It could be. It could be whatever you want.
Duck stick.
It could be whatever you want.
Oh, God. Now we're going to be here for another hour.
Wait a minute. Where's the Rob? Did you reveal the Rob Liefeld cover yet?
I did not. That is going to be. So I would like to invite you all for Thursday Night Live with Billy Tucci to come and shill your product. We're going to have fun. Where Rob sent me the cover today, and it's striking. It is awesome. So I can't wait. So right now, if you look, we have look at Rainey's cover. Look how great that is.
That's pretty clever.
She's just dynamite. Here's a detail of Rob's mystery cover, which is now done. So we will reveal this, and I will invite John Malin for shit sure for the unveiling of Rob's cover. And it's a lot of fun. Again, in celebration of Mickey and Minnie's 96th birthday yesterday. Here's everybody Charleston with Oswald the Lucky.
I was going to say, who's the forgotten rabbit?
That's Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. 1927 he came out. And of course, this mystery gal right here who shall remain nameless until
mystery gal
the 1st of January.
Until January of
2025. But guys, we have lots of great stuff. We are kicking ass. You guys made our day. Thank you so much. Having a lot of fun again with this book. I'm already 10 pages in. Just none of them are colored yet, so I didn't post them up. But I'll start feeding you guys them. And like I said, stay tuned tomorrow. Please, I'll be announcing it. Follow us. We're gonna have a launch party for the Deadly Trio, and then Thursday night we're gonna celebrate the first week of Gatecrash's release. And if we go to 50, if we make 55,000, our next stretch goal will be at $60,000, where everyone who backs a physical copy of the book will get a free digital edition. So, did he draw her feet? You're gonna have to come in on Thursday to see if she did.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. This was a great show.
It was.
Yes, it was.
Congratulations, Billy. You
Thank
did
you,
it.
my friend.
Congratulations.
It's the first. It's my first Indiegogo all year. I haven't done an Indiegogo all year. I was focusing on freaking diamond stuff and special editions, and my wife is like, "You got to get this book out."
You gotta get this book out.
You got bills to pay.
Or I'm going to stab you in the face.
Wow. So, Bill, you're going to be doing the Formula One racing? You going to the racing?
No, I'm going to watch it in a bar at my son on 33rd Street. 34th.
Nice.
Yeah, so if anybody's coming in the city, if you guys are coming in, I don't know if Vaughn Coleman, I saw he was up here before, I guess before he got bored and left. Come on, hang out with us, man. We're gonna have a few pops.
Is that the Vegas? Is that the Vegas Formula?
Vegas
My brother just told me today he's going to be there. He's got box seats.
Look at you! Look at
whoa,
nice.
Yeah,
he's a big Formula.
Look at this guy! Look at this guy, high roller.
Yeah.
God, Art, you look so good for 75.
I'm starting to get the Walter Simonson kind of.
Okay, so I got this brush. I had to buy this brush because this thing is killing my face. How do you guys do it?
Once it grows out a certain
let
length,
it grow longer.
Yeah, once it grows out.
It's been about a month.
Dude,
Yeah,
no, you get it off your cheeks and just go with the goatee, and it's not as irritating.
No, I want a beard. I never had a beard.
Dude, you got to get
don't.
it
great.
itches like that for like a week and a half, and then it goes away. Just grin and bear it.
Yeah, but this has been a month.
Well, you're a
Wait
Give it another week or so.
Well,
Yeah.
You just
you'll
got to
hit
get through it.
You'll
All right,
hit
now
puberty
for me
soon.
to grow it, should I take a comb and then go, bzz, with the electric razor? See these little things?
No, I just use a regular razor to trim up around.
Well, no, there's clippers, Billy, adjustable,
Yeah.
and you can just use those.
Just get a beard trimmer.
Yeah, Billy. Jeez.
Dennis has a beard trimmer. It's called
rocket
Susie,
science.
his
Come
wife.
on now.
It's coming in good though, Billy. It's looking.
Is
good.
it? Is it really?
Yeah, give
You
it
know
another.
what the thing is that you have over mine is you actually have the sideburns. Like it's kind of like this side's thicker. This
Hang
side's
on.
like sparse.
What do you mean?
This side's sparse right here, but you can see like scar tissue. This whole side of my face was kind of ripped off, so the hair kind of patchy. But as soon as it grows a certain length, it fills it all in. So this side's pretty good.
Oh, well, because I bought this beard brush, all the ads on Twitter and on Facebook and stuff is all for hair dye, beard dye.
There's
Crazy.
a relaxer like women use too, like for their hair. There's like a beard relaxer that you can comb in and it'll straighten it. And you know how you get all those weird hairs that go all over the place? It'll
Yeah,
kinda,
look.
Billy,
Yeah.
off screen, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a tip.
All right, thanks.
Just
Oh,
a
you know,
tip,
you,
though.
you know what Dennis is going to tell you to do? Shave it. Do it now.
Well, the important question is, what does Deborah think? That's the
Oh,
important.
she hates it. She hates
She
it.
hates it.
So does mine. Mine's been trying to get me to get rid of it now since last November.
She kisses me like this, like, and I kiss her face. Like,
Yeah.
so she goes, "Well, I'm not going to kiss you." And then I said, "Well, what? Well, you haven't kissed me in like 3 years anyway." And then she got really upset.
Then she stabbed. That's when she stabbed you in the face with the knife.
That's right.
Face.
With a duck stick.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, guys, this was a great show. Thank you all. Tomorrow we got a couple of shows going live tomorrow, don't we, chaps?
We've got it 3 p.m. on the Dennis and Andy show. Mike Barron and Richard Bonk coming on to talk about their campaign.
Excellent.
And then after that fun, you can roll right into the Graybeards with
Me. David Williams, Dan Lawless, and Gary Martin. And then you can roll right into the landing party.
Pontificators.
Pontificators.
Are you
And
going at
then-
the same time the Star Trek show is, Art?
There's no Star Trek show anymore.
Yeah, you know what? I got to tell you, I watched it. It seems the enthusiasm seems waning a little bit there, Aaron Lopresti.
Not my joke. Complain to Graham. I'm just a guest.
I'm just a guest. Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. This was a fantastic show. Next week on the Bros, I guess, is Fraga Boom, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
His
Yeah.
power back. Yes.
Hopefully
And that
his
will be our
power's back,
thanks.
yeah.
Maybe that'll be a Thanksgiving show. We can eat turkey or something.
We can eat.
Yeah.
There you
We can
go.
talk turkey.
And by the way, we miss you, Graham, and we miss you, Dan. So it's not the same without you. Even though we had Dennis, it's not the same.
No.
It's not the
Dennis, you
same,
were
guys.
fantastic.
I'm no fill-in.
Yep. No, Dennis, you brought a lot to the show, and we're so happy that you joined us. So
I'm glad you called me and asked, because we were just watching Tulsa King, so I do have to go down and finish that when we're
yep,
done.
we'll do that. But I want to let everyone know, remind you that the words of the day is
Comic Hunts.
all right. Oh my God, Dennis, it's so crass. Guys, thank you so much. I'm Billy Tucci. That's Andy Smith. That's Dennis Turner. That's RT Bear. And gosh darn it, that is Aaron Lopresti. And we are the Brofessionals.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.